No, we're not using that shit.
Oh yeah, we don't get tinks anymore.
Apparently not doing the local recording is better because I haven't dropped any frames yet.
Okay. So how many FLV files did
that was fucking worthless. What was I going to figure out with those? They're fucking FLV files.
you just get one program to merge them all together.
One program to merge them together.
One program.
And in the darkness, bind them. Is that us? Are we doing that?
Yeah.
We're there?
Yep.
Oh my god, we're on, us are in the computer.
Yep.
Oh shit, we're in the computer?
Us are in the computer.
Oh god damn it. Not again. Chuck, we have to get out of the computer.
We're trapped in the computer.
No, we have to go back, Chuck.
We can't go back.
We have to go
Look at
back.
that graphic.
Somebody,
What font did you end up using?
Oh, fuck.
A font. Whatever you said, Eurotrash Light.
Euro style.
Oh, it's Euro style bold.
Euro style.
Yeah, that one.
Oh, look! The thing is in the background. That's fucking cool.
What thing? The poster?
Yeah.
Posters?
I know, but I normally don't pay attention to the live streamy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's not a pause button anymore. It's a stop button.
Saw that.
Oh.
That's why I go to the comments only thingy.
A tube. And it went dark when I stopped it.
We went dark.
You can never go dark.
You can.
It's racist. Yeah. Did you tweet it?
Yep, just now.
Tweet it hard, you son of a bitch.
Orange juice. Oh, I didn't lube up.
Orange juice.
Billy.
Play the mic stand. Love that I got these stands because they don't make noise.
Yeah.
And then all we
Then
do
they
is
make great noise.
And all we do is make noise with them.
We actually could probably stand to go out and take these outside and graphite spray the joints or something.
I'll graphite spray your joints.
Pretty
'Cause
quiet.
mine squeaks from time to time.
Well, yours just squeaky then.
Well, I would prefer you not have to adjust it. All right, easy there, F. Lee. This week on the BMFcast.
Words are coming.
Oh!
I'm not ready yet.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm doing that edging thing.
Edging?
Yeah.
You're doing lawn care?
Yeah.
It's where you get really close, but you stop.
So just the tip?
No, that's a different game.
No,
It's a precursor.
That's not a game, sir.
It's Wave Life. Terrible person.
Just the tip is a dirty, dirty lie. I hope no children are listening to us.
Please.
Well, Kathy
Yeah.
was letting her child listen to our No Quarters episode.
Oh.
Oh, that's just
Yeah,
bad.
she shouldn't be doing that.
You shouldn't have done that, Kathy.
He's just a boy.
Poor little feller. I reckon I'd have him a biscuit with the. If you got any mustard? I reckon I kill you.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That's worth
Oh.
sharing. Sorry.
Genius.
Who are the ad wizards that came up with that one? Oh.
Oprah, what is the deal?
What is the deal?
All right. Let's light this candle.
You got words? Or you
No,
later?
no, we're gonna
later.
do words
Let's
later.
doing it later. Okay. Well, I'm gonna close this thing. Who's playing back?
What? I was just checking. Oh, it just fades to black.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bye.
Telling you.
Goodbye, the past.
Click on the view all comments. It works
Goodbye,
like a
the
champ now.
past.
Totally works like a champ.
You're a champ.
Unless, of course, you have a Mac and Chrome. Maybe not.
Save the last humans.
Yeah, my editing's been a lot of fun. Thank you for that.
Crazy spikes.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Sounds cool, right?
I know him.
Crazy Spikes?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We're good? We're good? All right.
Yeah, we're going to just start a
Oh,
podcast and then...
all right. Well, someone make with the clappy noises.
Me? I'm the clapper?
Clap on. All right, welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey, BMFcast!
Episode 204.
That's a lot of numbers.
Wow,
Yeah.
podcast.
So, I'm Harlow.
I'm Judge Mackie.
I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
Yeah, Mackey's not joining us tonight because
He has life.
reasons.
Yeah.
So, what we do, even when he's not here, each and every episode of the BMFcast is we go ahead and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie. Then we come here and talk about it for the first half. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks. This is robot jocks.
Yeah.
All right.
And the bad movies doesn't stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags, less than douchebags after Twilight.
Boo.
Oh, no.
So, we toyed around, kicked around a lot of different movie ideas,
Mhm.
and then just somehow completely randomly landed on 1986's No Retreat, No Surrender.
Yeah.
Why? Because we had a copy of it, and someone said we hadn't watched a JCVD movie in a really long time, so why not watch one of his first ones?
Yeah.
Well, I
Sure.
could tell you why, but that would ruin the rest of the podcast.
Oh, I see.
Spoilers.
I see. So, we have a very quick plot summary because that's what we do. Let me read that and we'll continue on.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Stillwell summons the ghost of Bruce Lee, who teaches him how to beat people up.
That is accurate.
Yeah.
There's a longer one, but I like that one better.
No, that was fine.
That's great.
It sums it all right up.
That's the whole movie.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you might have seen this on VHS or DVD cover where they prominently feature Jean-Claude Van Damme on the cover going, he's that action star you like from Kickboxer
Uh-huh.
and Time Cop. and
Yeah.
and then you will be disappointed to learn that he's in the movie for about 5 to 10 minutes. 10 minutes, maybe?
He bookends the movie.
He does.
Yeah.
He's a nice slip cover over the movie itself.
But seeing a poster like the one we have on our wonderful live stream over at youtube.com/BMFcast,
Hey.
you might think that this is the Karate Kid, but with Rocky 4. This is how Chuck pitched. He was like,
Yeah.
it's Rocky 4 meets the Karate Kid. And I was like, yeah,
That's-
I'm in for that.
Yep.
You know, kid has to learn karate so that he can beat up Russian karate superstar guy who's also Belgian.
Right.
But I was like, yeah, that sounds good. Let's do that. I will watch this movie.
And you did.
We did.
All of us did.
It's not that movie,
No,
but
it's kind of that movie.
we watched this movie.
In
That's-
spirit, it's that movie.
That's kind of what it's going for.
It kind of gets lost along the way.
It gets very
Oh,
lost
yeah.
along the way.
So do we.
So lost, in fact, that they just forgot to film some scenes, I think.
They left mentions of those scenes in
Yeah.
so we could want to read the novelization or
Sure.
something to get the
Buy
full
the
story.
Bantam books.
Mhm.
The Bantam weight books.
Yeah. Hey, if there was a
Hey.
novelization for American Ninja, then all bets were off back then. So,
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. So this movie opens, and we're watching Jason's dad, who is the sensei of this karate school in L.A.
yeah.
in some part of L.A.
Sherman Oaks.
Sherman Oaks, yeah, Sherman Helmsley. He's from Sherman Helmsley at Los Angeles, and he's teaching karate. And just they're having a good old time, listening to their sensei doing karate things, and then in walk the mafia guy, some kind of Arab martial arts guy. They gave him a name.
Furry-faced guy.
Yeah, furry-faced guy and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Mhm.
And they're like, give us the money, Lebowski.
Yeah.
Or, we had this talk, you're going to give us what we want, right? And he's like, I thought about it, guys, and no, I'm not going to give you my dojo or something. I don't really understand what it is that they want.
I don't either.
The mafia guys are going from dojo to dojo across the country to claim it for their illegal something, and then it becomes an illegal something.
They're
Okay.
using
It's a front for
They're
something.
using them as a front for money laundering operations or something.
But
Sure.
I don't know why they're specifically picking dojos.
Because it sounds cool.
It kind of sounds cool.
Or why not just
I don't know.
I don't know, if you're going to be...
Because
if you're-
karate was
if-
big in the 80s.
If you're doing crime, just murder these guys.
Yeah.
Just take them out back and murder them. Like,
And
be
then-
like, hey, guys, why don't you come in my limo and bam.
well,
I mean, proper mafia.
then
Sure.
people in the neighborhood start wondering and asking questions. If he just hands it over, then
I guess.
Yeah.
But
then
Sign
they have
the deed.
fewer people asking questions. That's that's kind of smart business, but
Sure. Well,
But Jason's dad is
Yeah,
not
Tom.
having any of it. He's just like, nah, I'm not going to sign.
He's-
yeah, I thought about it, and no.
And then let's fight.
Well, yeah, they're like, and he does the whole like, karate's only for defense. I'm not going to fight you. Blocks a couple of punches, and then is like,
oh well,
"All
if I
right,
have
well,
to kick your ass,
yeah, then I'm going to get my ass kicked.
Yeah. Well, he kicks furry face guy's ass.
He does.
A little bit,
And
yeah.
then Jean-Claude takes off his overcoat, and he's just like, I guess I got to take care of this
no,
shit.
he doesn't even take off his coat.
I thought he had like a coat over his white suit.
Did
No,
Oh.
he was just wearing that white
Just
suit.
the white suit? Okay.
And he just runs up and leaps off of. So they've knocked Furry Face guy down to the ground, and he's like on one knee with his hand on the ground. And Jean Claude just runs and leaps off of Furry Face dude and kicks Jason's dad straight in the face.
Yep.
That kick was actually supposed to go to his chest,
Oh.
but it went to his face instead.
Oh, dear.
Apparently, Mr. Van Damme was kind of reckless back in those
Oh, so
days.
he actually like made contact in real life.
kicked him in the face.
Ouch.
He made contact a lot in this, apparently.
Well, it's hard for someone who's trained to make contact to pretend to make contact. I would
Right.
imagine that would be very frustrating.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I guess, yeah. He,
Yeah, so he kicks the dude in the face, and guy goes down, obviously.
Yeah.
And
Breaks-
son runs up, is like, "No, Dad, no!" I don't think we even knew it was his son at this point.
No, we
because like
didn't.
he just splits the class. The class was leaving,
Yeah.
and then a couple of them walked back in, and the one kid who was kind of rambunctious and showed that he wanted to be like Bruce Lee, which is not karate at all. But anyway, like comes running up, and he's
they
like,
actually address that. He says, "This isn't Jeet Kune
Do
Do like Bruce Lee.
Yeah, this
Stop
is
being
karate."
cool."
yeah.
But so he runs in, and he's like, "Dad, Sensei, whatever, Dad, Sensei."
Dad say,
That's
that's
sad.
sad.
Dad say stay down. And he runs up to tries to fight Jean-Claude very badly.
Yeah.
And just gets his arm twisted around and Ow,
And,
ow.
and apparently Jean-Claude has broken Dad's leg.
Yes. He did that sort of joint breaky thing that most guys do.
Yeah,
Probably actually did break his leg.
probably.
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then they're just like, all right, let him go. We'll be back.
Well, the two of them have like a crying scene together because the dad is just like, he broke my leg, and what are we gonna do? And
What do you want me to do?
And the son's like, I don't know, Dad. What should we do?
Go to Cedar Sinai.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, I want to put this in people's heads. The dad actor reminds me very much of the dad from Troll 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just
Little bit.
his, like, the way he...
Yeah, George, what's his face?
George, yeah. The way he pretty much yells everything.
He does
only
yell a
has
lot.
one speed, which
Yeah.
is yelling at his child.
Well, everything in this movie escalates quickly.
Oh, super
like
quickly.
their conversations escalate, the plot escalates.
Yeah. But like,
Everything escalates.
Dad goes to the hospital and he's just laying in there in bed and then is
Why
having
did-
an internal monologue.
Why
to
did they
himself.
put you in traction? Like he broke his leg.
I
Why has he
know.
got his leg up? Like it's just his
Maybe
leg.
they
Yeah.
broke his leg really bad.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Even though it didn't look...
Now and then, like a day later, they're leaving.
Yeah, they're
Anyway.
packed up and
yeah,
they
yes.
drive by the store.
He has a weird inner monologue where he's acting.
Yeah.
While he's having this inner monologue.
He actually sighs in his own head as he's talking about what am I going to do? What's me and my family going to do? And he's just like, well, I guess we're going to leave. And then they cut to them rolling up in front of the store, packed up the family truckster, and they're like, we're out of here. Then, travel montage, and they show up in Seattle.
But even better, there's a long shot where you can see the Space Needle.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go very slowly driving by the Seattle city limit sign.
Mm-hmm.
And then they show close up of the Space Needle. And then it goes Seattle on
Right.
screen.
Yes.
Like, really?
Yeah. It's like, here, idiots.
Well, maybe people didn't know, like, that was Seattle yet.
But
Because
they-
Nirvana
they-
hadn't taught everybody what Seattle was.
But they
But the
drove by the
sign
sign.
said
They
Seattle.
drove there was one of those long, worthless shots
Yeah.
of the car driving by the Seattle city limit
Yeah.
sign.
People can't read unless
Oh,
you
put it on the screen.
point it out to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But 3 different shots, and then finally it's just comically
Yeah.
Seattle.
Yeah, and they just pull up to a house, and I guess they've just declared this house to be theirs because they just immediately get out and start putting their stuff in it. And
Yeah, and he claims the garage.
yeah, Jason takes his box of toys to the garage, and
Yeah, his box of Bruce.
and just starts like running around the garage like
Get your Bruce box.
like a gibbon on crack. I mean, he's just
Nice one.
flapping around this place, and he tries to walk up a bookcase or something and
Oh yeah.
busts his
Well,
ass.
Yeah, because the first thing he does is he throws his like his speed bag thing over
Yeah.
a beam in the top.
Yeah.
And then he's like punches it a couple times, and he's like, "Whee! Wrecking ball! I'm Miley Cyrus."
Yeah, he
and he goes right into the wall, and it's just like falls
Yeah.
through all of the shelving.
They've
He's
been
like-
in this house for literally 20 seconds. He's already started breaking things.
Yeah.
And
And
then he's
he's
like,
just like,
I
"Ooh,
should
oh."
probably not.
That's just like a really stupid bit so that it could come up later. That there's shelves that
Yeah,
are just
weak shelves.
Yeah, hanging there.
Yeah.
Like most shelves, they're not meant to support human weight.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, anyway. So he does that, and then he's just like, all right, I've wrecked the place enough. I'm going inside.
I'll go. Well, no, he goes out to the truck to get more stuff, which turns out to be
yeah.
the same box he already brought in.
Sure.
And it has
It could
another.
have just been another Canada Dry box.
It-
It's
yeah, but
possible.
it had
Could
another
be.
basketball.
But it was in
in
the it was in the same exact spot.
Yeah.
It
had a-
probably was the same box.
It had a different round object because the first round object
Oh,
was
was
the
the
speed
bag.
bag.
Okay.
Or
Okay,
not the
that's
speed
fair.
bag, just a bag
Yeah,
because it was
whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it.
But
And
yeah,
so
the second box
basketball
had the
falls-
basketball in it
Right.
and rolls across the street, and then it just so happens, kid on bike rolls up,
Yeah.
sees basketball, and is just like, time to start doing basketball things and rapping.
He had Basketball Jones. He didn't rap yet, but he
but this
did.
is- but
He
this
was
is
riding his
listening
bike
to rap.
while dribbling the
Yeah,
basketball.
Oh, yeah.
He had the boom box on the front of his
Yeah.
BMX.
And this is RJ.
Yeah. It has a very long name, and he explains what it is, and I don't know what it is. And he's like, wow, I guess that's why they call you RJ.
Yeah.
And this begins the old people wrote 80s teen dialogue moments.
Well,
Because like everything was sort of awkward with the Russian mobsters and the family and everything, but then this is just like 40-year-olds write 80s kid teen dialogue. Well, whatever they are. I don't know how old they're supposed to be.
certain characters age 10 to 15 years before our eyes and then
Yeah.
revert back. But so I think they're in school, even though they never go.
But they can drive.
They can drive.
No, we have a point of reference. Kelly's 17th birthday.
Right.
So they're
Yes.
they're around 17.
Well, we don't know that because we don't know where he met Kelly because that scene was not filmed.
No, but I'm saying they're somewhere around there.
They
Old
met
enough
in
to
California.
drive. Old enough to drive. At least that. So
Okay.
anyway.
So they like instant friendship
Yes.
because it's just like, hey, RJ, come check out my sweet garage.
Well, yeah, because RJ does a couple basketball moves and break dances a little bit, then throws the ball to him, and he's like, "Oh, look, I got a couple moves," and spin the basketball. He's like, "Hey, you're pretty good. Yeah, what do you do? I do karate. You want to see my dojo? Cool, let's go."
Yeah.
And so
Wanna
yeah,
come back to my garage dojo.
guys, don't ever fall for that.
Garojo.
But they go into the garage. That's when he really starts his breakdancing / rapping routine
Oh, yeah.
about doing karate. And then his breakdancing routine starts to become breaking too. Because there's one point where he starts walking towards the wall, and I'm like,
Yeah.
fuck yes, put this room on a gimbal. Let's do this.
Right.
Breaking 2 time.
Yeah, but
Dancing on the
no.
ceiling. No.
They didn't have the budget to have shelves
No.
that stayed together.
No.
So
But nobody told him that because he
Yeah.
then
He
decides,
tries to-
I'm also
yeah.
going to walk up this bookcase.
well, he
Well, he's dancing her all around, and I mean, he like almost walks up one wall, and then he goes running towards the bookcases,
Yeah.
and gets about halfway up, and they go click, 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 and
Yeah.
fall down.
He falls down, and Jason goes and picks him up, and he's just like, whatever, man. And
Get
then
off of
just
me.
continues dancing.
continues to breakdance.
Right.
However,
He's gotta
it is
get it
not
out.
him breakdancing.
No.
It is some
No.
No.
it is some person in a terrible afro wig.
Right.
Yeah, and this kid has very much 80s Jerry Curl.
Jericho.
Yeah.
So it's just, yeah, unfortunate. But yeah, I mean, they
They're
bro
friends
up.
forever now.
I
Oh yeah,
mean,
like this is it. They're joined to the hips.
Yeah.
Sometimes
You like
literally.
Bruce Lee? Bruce Lee's buried here. Do you know that?
What?
I'll take you to his grave.
Which we had to fact check. But
Yeah, apparently
Really?
he is
Really buried
Bruce
in
Lee
Seattle.
buried in
Buried in
Seattle
Seattle.
because they go see him.
right.
But there's what happens is from that point, like RJ leaves, and suddenly standing across the street is a fat kid eating an entire cake, and I'm
And
not.
he's got a bunch of ho-hos and stuff.
yeah, he's got a box of Hostess cupcakes or whatever behind him
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
It's
so-
one of those like Pepperidge Farm cake in a box things.
whatever. He's
It's my
just
cake
standing
in a
there
box.
eating
Sure.
goddamn cake.
That's kind of what a furry faced dude looks like. Is
does a
what's his
little
name?
bit,
from
yeah.
Dick in a Box.
Yeah, that's.
Especially when he puts the shades on. Later.
Yeah,
But this, whoever this guy is,
Cake in the box.
he
Francis. I don't know.
Yeah, that's basically what I wanted to call him the entire movie. He is Francis, but
Scott.
okay,
Scott.
Hello, Scott. He
That explains it, actually.
he hates RJ, and then by proxy decides to hate Jason as well.
Yes.
Just because it's never established.
He has his reasons.
He gives
Chuck.
a reason later, which is reasons.
Yeah, my reason is I have reasons.
But
Why is that not good enough for you, Chuck?
it's just not. But
Oh.
he's like he sees RJ, and he's just furious. He's just like, God damn it! Ugh." nothing comes from that yet.
No, I think they go have the moment at the gravesite first.
Yeah.
Because it's all still happy fun times at this
No,
point.
no. What happens first is because
Oh no, that's right. Because the marathon, the jumping bit happens first.
right, because RJ later is like riding his skateboard through the neighborhood,
Right.
and Scott is supposed to be washing the windows of, I guess, his dad's house, but is instead just squirting Coke cans with the hose.
It's like kind of a pressure washer. I mean, it's
It's
hooked
a
up
pressure
to-
washer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just turned down, I guess.
And-
He's gonna wash windows.
And so RJ comes by.
Spread instead of.
RJ comes by on his skateboard, and Scott hits him with the hose. And they sort of have like a, come on, man. And he's just like, I fucking hate you. And this leads to a chase
Yeah,
where
through sort of a construction site.
kind of there's guys carrying a ladder across a sidewalk. And
We just been walking back here all day.
yeah. And RJ
Someone else here done.
jumps over it on the skateboard. Skateboard goes under.
He jumps and has the skateboard go under, and
Right.
then lands back on the skateboard. And he's like, "Holy shit, that
Yeah.
actually worked!"
Yeah, and the dudes, the ladder guys are like, all right, that's pretty good. And then Scott runs up and
He leaps it in 1 pound too,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Holy shit, good job, fat guy!"
Yeah.
but then there's like a Bob's Barricade thing there on the sidewalk. And
Is that national? Is that everywhere?
I don't know. It's a construction barricade, basically. And Scott looks at it like, oh God, I've been bested. I don't know how to get around this to get to my hated enemy, RJ. And so RJ starts taunting him like, hey, come on, you can jump over that. And then the guys carrying the ladder are also like, yeah, come on, guy. You can
Go
get over
fatty,
that. Yeah,
get it.
yeah, you can do
You
it.
got it.
And he does.
Uh-huh.
But RJ also kicks the skateboard so that it lands under him when he lands, and
Which could have been like instant death.
right.
Oh yeah.
But not.
No, he just falls backwards and cracks the barricade. In
Yeah.
half.
Bob's Barricades is the largest privately owned barricade company in the country and one of the largest in the world.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
No, this is bobsbarricades.com.
Oh,
okay,
good.
sorry.
Yeah.
I went
Thank
to
you.
the source.
Thank
Don't-
you, Google.
Give that guy any money.
Bob's Barricades. I like Bob's Barricades. They're
No, that
quality
fucker always
barricades.
forgets to come pick up his barricades.
No, that's once Bob sells them.
Bob's
they're
hands
the
off after that.
Oh,
No
okay.
more. Just like,
They're the
whatever you do with
responsibility-
my barricades is your
it's the
business.
city or construction.
I thought they
company,
just
yeah.
rented them out or something. Yeah.
No, you got to sell those. You don't make
Okay.
any money renting barricades. I should
Sure.
know.
But RJ like rides back over to Jason's house. Who's
Yeah, now he's
Jason is
soaking
standing
wet.
out? Yeah, and Jason's standing outside, dressed up with flowers.
Uh-huh.
And RJ rolls up like, "Hey man, you ready?" And we're like, "Are they going on a date? What's happening here?" No, they drive to go see Bruce Lee's grave.
Yep. And he's just like, "Help me, Bruce Lee. You're my only hope."
Yeah, he's just like,
I want to be. Well, no, he's just kind of like, I always want to be just like you. Bows and lays the
Yeah,
flowers
it's
down.
like,
and
"Hi,
leaves.
Bruce Lee. I'm from Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I want to be like you."
Dead.
And it's just like, and the
No, he goes, "One day I'm going to be just like you."
yeah,
Dead.
dead. The camera
true.
zooms in on the grave, and we're just like, "All right, well,
Yep.
that's something, I guess."
I was expecting the ghost of Bruce Lee to pop out from behind the grave and go, "Oh, it's okay."
Yeah, just be strong.
Yeah.
No, doesn't happen.
No. But yeah, so what happens next? Isn't this where it just like randomly becomes like they're going to the party? Where like we skipped a scene?
He goes to the dojo.
Yes.
Yeah, he goes to the
that's right.
dojo.
He goes to the dojo.
Well, they watch the
Yeah.
karate tournament on TV, and it's like, hey, that guy works at this dojo
Yeah,
around the
Ian
corner.
or
We
something.
should go there. And they're like,
Ian Riley.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, let's go to that dojo.
Yeah, they watch Ian win the American Karate Championship something. I don't know, one of those things where you get an 8-foot tall trophy.
Yeah, and so they go in and they fill out some paperwork, and then
Assistant dude, bro.
frosted hair guy comes out and he's just like, hey, I see you filling out a form. Why don't you come hang out with us?
He gives him he's filling out the form for like 4.5 seconds. He's
So
like,
you done with that?
You done with that? All right, come on, let's
He
go.
like wrote half his name on it, and it's just like, all right, come on. And they go into the locker room, and and Jason's like, this is a pretty sweet dojo. I think I'm gonna sign up.
I think he had a
Judge-
chance to glance at the dojo proper.
You
I
can
guess.
tell a lot about a locker room, man.
Yeah, but
If there's
About
like
a locker room?
a lot about a locker room. I mean, just being in a locker room, it's like,
well, yeah, that's the best way.
Are
to
there
tell
old
a lot
dudes
about a locker room.
hanging out there with Harry Dong? It's like, well, like I don't want to join this gym.
I knew Harry Dong.
He was a good man. He died last year. Do you know that?
I'm just saying, there are some gyms where it's like old guys just walk around the locker room butt naked.
Yeah.
Ladies, you probably don't know this, but that exists.
I'm sure they've heard of it through.
Yeah, that's why
Probably.
they don't come in there.
Yeah.
They have no desire to come in there.
It's like they're just walking back and forth. Like,
Well, I
are
mean,
you, are
if
you
it-
actually here for anything other than to just hang out?
Yeah.
Just let
Yeah.
the boys air out.
All right.
Yeah.
Um,
Wife won't let me do this at home.
But I guess you can, because like if it's a nasty locker room, then
Sure.
you don't
This
want to.
looked like a nice locker room.
You don't want
for
your
a
Yeah,
dojo.
it was all right.
Somebody else's
okay,
foot
fine. I take
cheese.
it back. He knew.
Okay.
He knew there was a
He
nice
knows.
dojo.
Yeah.
But now
Guy's
here's
been around. He's from L.A.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Here's where things get a little weird. Suddenly, Fat Guy is in the karate dojo, and it's like he's been in the class the entire time. Like he's a student there, has been. It's not like he just signed up.
No. Well,
Now-
he is a white belt, so he hasn't been there very long. Or
No,
he's not
but
very good.
he's been there long enough to be chummy with substitute dojo guy,
Sure.
and
He's kind of just this lackey.
kind of. But the weird thing is that for the entire movie, that this guy has been hating RJ, and by also default hating on Jason. He's been calling him karate freak and all these derogatory, like, you with your kicking, you're stupid, blah blah blah. He's in he
I think he joined the dojo just to be a pain in the ass.
okay.
I think he might have been there longer than that. Whatever. It doesn't matter. The guy's an idiot.
And we've skipped another scene because he was already beaten up at the restaurant.
That's true. Yeah, they caught RJ at the fast food place,
There's so many scenes of RJ's wandering around town,
and then they're like, "Get him!"
get that guy, I hate him. And even his lackey friends are like, why do you hate that guy so much? That's
is
when
what-
he says, I have my reasons.
Yeah,
And they're all
as
just
he's,
like,
as he's literally just. They bring out a tray of burgers, just nasty ass.
and he shoves one right in his fucking
shitty
face.
80s drive-through burgers,
Yeah.
and he's just like, "Eat up, they're on me." No. He's a burger monster. And so, like, the whole time they're yelling at RJ, he's just got fucking mustard all
Yeah.
over his face, and
Yeah.
he's just disgusting.
Yeah, so that happens.
I mean, at least Francis was like clean.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a dick, but like, this guy's just like,
Yeah, he's pretty gross.
Ugh.
He's gross. He's fat guy because
Yeah.
he eats a lot. Get it? It's,
But yeah,
it's
so-
that movie thing of.
so they're like not really beating him up. They're just kind of doing that, like pushing him
Yeah.
around the circle.
Well,
and-
he's doing this weird ass thing where like RJ is hanging on to a fence, and Scott just has his legs and is just swinging them back
Yeah.
and forth like a pommel horse, like someone's assisting someone on a pommel horse.
I thought they were about to go double dutch on him.
that could have been next if Jason
okay.
hadn't showed up, because Jason just sort of rolls up and he's
Yeah.
just like, "What's this?"
He does like a running kick into the scene, sort
Yeah.
of like
and just starts
beats
beating
him
people
up enough to
Yeah.
like that they run away.
Because then later he goes home and his dad's like, "Did you use
been
karate for fighting?"
You've been
And
fighting. I told you not to fight.
he's like,
It
"But
makes
my
you a
friend,"
punk."
and he was just like, "I hate your." He go to your room, and he's like, "I'm not a child."
He says, what's great is he says that as he's not facing him.
Yeah.
That entire argument was one of those like escalates very quickly.
Yes.
Where they just both start yelling, but then he like turns, starts to walk, like he's halfway down the hallway and just still looking down the hall, and he's like, "I'm not a child, Dad." Then it just keeps going.
And then throws himself in his room on his bed and just like, I don't know,
Yeah,
like
he has an emo dance freak out moment, like Footloose, but he goes outside and punches the heavy bag for a while.
yeah, because the power of Bruce Lee compelled him to go outside.
To be an asshole?
Yeah, yeah,
It's the power of Bruce Willis.
yeah, that's right.
His dad like does not make sense to me.
No.
Of course
His
not.
dad does not give him a chance to explain at all, and
Nope.
just shouts at him.
Yep. You're a punk if you fight.
Yeah.
Even though I've been teaching
Yeah.
you how to fight these last 3 years.
Right. Don't use it.
But he doesn't give him a chance to like say, "Hey, no, Dad, my friend RJ was getting beaten up, and I had to save him."
Yeah, by terrible
My shirt
people.
got
I
him.
saved
By like
my
6,
friend.
7 guys.
Yeah. So
One of them with a rat tail that was ponytail braided.
yeah, that was pretty sweet.
Yeah, anyway.
So this is when they go to the
go
that
to the
leads up
karate-
to the
the
dojo,
dojo.
because he's all Scott's
Yeah.
all bandaged up.
Now, Scott, the fat kid, goes up to the I don't know, dude bro assistant teacher guy.
dojo leader.
Yeah, and he's
sensei.
like, "Hey, that new guy, is he from LA?" And he's like, "Yeah, I think so." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, well, you see this on my head? Like, he did this. Like, I overheard him talking about how Seattle karate was the worst and LA karate's the best. And then he just started pushing me, and then he did this, and he did this to my arm and my other arm, and yeah, that guy's no good. Plus, he fights dirty." Mm-hmm. And the guy's like, "Really?"
Yeah. So instantly just turns on him based on Scott's word.
Yeah, because this guy looks legit.
Yeah. He's like,
So,
"Oh, okay."
Yeah, so he goes over to one of their other kids who's, I think he's a black belt. He is a black belt.
Yeah, he is.
And he's just like, "Hey, this kid, he's new and he thinks he's hot shit. So why don't you beat the shit out of him for us?"
Mhm.
And they're like, so he gathers everyone around. He's like, "Watch, we're gonna have a little exhibition here.
Yeah.
A little red belt Scott here is gonna take on this master black belt dude."
Yeah. Scott or Jason comes out of the locker room and sees this, and he's just like, "Oh, cool! I'll go sit down and watch what this is."
He's like,
"Nah, get
yeah.
up here." And
Get
he's
in
like,
the middle of the circle, which is actually square.
"Yeah." And he's like, "All right, cool." And then it's like, "You're gonna fight him. Go." And they fight a little bit, and he just keeps looking back at RJ like, what's happening? Why are they doing this to me?
And he gets his ass kicked.
Yes, he does.
Including, like, there's one move where he just gets, like, one of those, like, leg takedowns backwards, and they're fighting on, like, a gym floor.
Yeah.
Like, a hardwood floor.
Yeah.
There's no mats either.
It's like a basketball
Yeah.
court.
It's bizarre. But, yeah, he gets, like, one of those leg takedown things.
Gets
like,
his ass whooped.
yeah, head to the hardwood floor. Mm-hmm. And eventually RJ's, like, watching him get, like, his ass kicked, like, three times, like, 3 downs. Yeah. And finally he's like, wait a minute. And he runs in the middle. He's like, let's go. And the best part about this, though, is I didn't even mention the black belt guy is black.
Yeah.
And so he stops for a second, and he goes like, "Stay cool, brother."
Yeah.
And then like takes off.
Yeah.
Leaps over the people.
He
like,
causes a distraction to allow Jason to run away, which is kind of dumb because Jason could have just left anyway.
Yeah, he could have been like, "No, I'm not fighting, guys. Like, I'm just here to sign up."
And the rest of them just stand there and watch them run away like, huh, that was weird.
Anyway.
And then it's What's-Her-Face's birthday party.
Yeah. Like,
Kelly.
they're getting ready.
Kelly
and, like,
Kapowski.
Yeah. They're getting ready. Jason's put on a tie. RJ's shown up. And it's just like, so you ready to go to the party?
Yeah.
You gonna see your girl there? We're
Yeah.
like, what?
Huh?
Who?
Who? There have been no ladies in this movie except for like in the background.
Well, his mom.
His mom
For half a second.
And we're like, what is going on? And so it becomes party scene, like, and there's cake and balloons, and it says like hottest party in town or something like that sign, and it's happening. It's happening party.
It's so happening. No one is doing anything.
Yeah,
They're all
there's
just
like there's
standing
little
around.
clusters of people talking.
Yeah.
And everyone's telling her how great the party is.
And it turns out that she is the sister of...
Yes, she is Ian's sister,
Yeah.
who's the karate champion, who also owns the dojo. That dude bro is the assistant guy, and who's now turned into one of the villains because he's also hitting on Kelly.
Yes.
Yes.
Heavy.
And she's just like, not interested. She's like, no, get away from me. You're gross.
Right.
And
Because the main reason for that is because she's already in a relationship, apparently, with Jason.
Something. They sort of know each other.
The Wikipedia page says that she's his old girlfriend from California.
Apparently she
or something.
Had like a little summer loving thing going on in L.A. or something. I don't know. Like, did they move from there?
I don't know.
Who knows? But
I missed this.
Jason shows up and she's like, Jason, everybody, this is Jason. Oh, kissy kissy.
Yeah.
And goes off to the side to open his present and opens it up, and it's a little tiny baby bunny, white rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, wow, how'd you know? And he's like, and then he goes, oh, I saw how you reacted the other day at the pet store, and I knew you just had to have it. And we're like, the fuck?
When did that happen?
That never happened. Who are you? Where are we?
Never seen this character before, ever.
Yeah.
And the only person Jason has ever talked to is RJ.
Yeah. All this serves is to, like, he walks outside, and she's like, look, everybody, come meet Jason. And that's when the dojo kids run around the corner and are like, what's he doing here?
Yeah.
And start fighting him again.
Yeah.
I mean, first they start throwing food on him and, like, spill a drink all down his back, and he's just like, he's doing that like, oh,
yeah,
I'm not going to fight. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to fight.
Son of a bitch.
Throw cake on him.
And then, like, they proceed to start pushing him around. He's just like, dude, I'm not going to fight you. And they throw him over the punch table.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, about that time, Kelly walks back outside because she's gone somewhere for a minute. Just in time to see, like, dude bro, like, beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, what are you doing? Stop. And even to the point that, like, he's got him over a patio table, like, in the legs, like, crushing his neck against the legs.
It's attempted murder happening.
The punch
right
table
now.
had flipped over,
Yeah.
so the legs were sticking up.
Yeah.
And he just had his neck down, just
pushing on him. And he's taunting him the whole time. It's like, yeah, now you see why she's not going to like you because she knows who's stronger. You know who's stronger. And she's like,
and the whole time she's like, would you please stop? What are you doing? Stop it. Get out of here.
Yeah. Well, the first time, I should mention, like, the first time he rolls up on the scene, he walks right up to her and plants a kiss right on her lips, and she's like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah.
He's like, what are you doing? Are you like my lady? Or something like that. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He's just trying to assert dominance here, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, like, this whole scene happens, and he's just like, he goes running out, and she follows after him, and he's just like, she's like, I had nothing to do with this. Is like, do I? I hate you. I'm embarrassed. Leave. And she's like, and this scene's over. Yeah, he pushed her away, and like literally, and drives away. It's like, and then he goes home, and like Dad's like, "You've been fighting again."
Yes,
like he's just gotten the shit beat out of him.
Yeah.
Hasn't thrown punch one, and his dad's like, "You've been fighting again, haven't you?"
Kind of. I was in a fight, but I didn't do any fighting. I just got almost murdered.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're no son of mine. Get out of here. I'm gonna let's go to your dojo, and I'm gonna look at your shit. I'm just gonna fuck all your shit up.
Yeah, and he goes into the garage and starts like tearing the legs off his wooden man thing, and like rips one of his
rips a Bruce Lee poster off
Yeah.
the wall.
Ah,
And it's just like,
ripped it in half.
oh no.
yeah,
He's
and like
like-
about that time he's just like, Dad,
Well, it's funny.
God!
The whole time before he was fucking around in the garage, he was really like pissed off at his dad, yelling at him. And then when he goes into the garage to start tearing shit up, he's like, "Dad, what are you doing? Come on, let's go talk about this in the house. What's wrong with you? You're so angry." So he like totally like changed his tactic at that point. He was just like, "Hey, Dad, maybe don't touch my stuff. Come on, let's
Yeah.
go inside."
It's my stuff.
Yeah.
You haven't seen me have a job? I had to steal or earn all this by,
Yeah.
I don't know, cutting lawns or whatever.
Yeah, and you know, it's
Doing karate exhibitions for money
yes, in the streets.
in the Philippines.
Because, you know, as long as you live under my roof, there will be no fight. And he's like,
Yeah.
well, it's my house, too. Just pay rent.
Yeah. So he's
So-
tearing up all his shit. I guess he gets his dad to go away before he completely ruins the entire place. Because he goes running away.
He goes Forrest Gumping away because he
Yeah.
just runs halfway across town to RJ's house.
At least he
and-
runs better than Steven Seagal.
yes, he does. It's a more manly run.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he runs away and knocks on RJ's fence. This
Yes.
is a really bizarre tactic, but he's knocking on the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And RJ, who's like, I don't know, 5 foot tall maybe,
Yeah.
somehow pops his head up over the top of the fence.
Wearing a shower
Yeah,
cap.
wearing a shower cap, and he's just like, "What? What are you doing here?" And he's like, hey, my dad's going crazy. He's tearing up the dojo." He's like, "All right, I'm on it." like
Yeah.
periscopes back down the fence.
Yeah, he's like, I know an abandoned house. Go get all your shit and
Yeah,
we'll go live
we'll take
there.
it there.
It's
And
like, wait, huh? this is... No. You can't
Seattle's
do that.
weird.
Yeah.
It's so close to Canada.
Yeah, that's
but-
probably the reason.
Yeah. But yeah, and he shows up in a pickup truck. It doesn't look like it'd be his.
Mm-hmm. No.
I'm just saying.
It's his parents. I saw
It
it.
was parked in the
was
garage.
it?
In the driveway.
Okay. Whatever. So yeah, they load up all the stuff, go to this abandoned house, which is like not a super shithole house at all. I don't know why it's abandoned, but
Yeah. It's got some furnishings.
yeah. So they go in, like
Light a bunch of candles.
yeah, set the mood.
This movie really is like Nightmare on Elm Street 2 in the way that it is just totally about these two and their budding romance, but it just never acknowledges it. It's very strange.
Oh, it acknowledges it in one scene. We'll get to
yeah, I guess it does.
it. It acknowledges it.
Yeah, it really
yeah,
does. Doesn't
it really does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, they crack open a couple of sodas and share a moment while laying there like Princess Leia in the jail cell.
yeah, kind of.
And yeah, it's just kind of weird. And he's like, "All right, you can leave now, RJ. I got some Bruceness to do."
Yeah. Well, he's gone to the grave one more time. It was like right after he got all beaten up,
Yeah.
and he was just like, "I don't know what to do,
Yeah,
Dad.
did he-
Everywhere I go."
Did he stop there before he went to RJ's?
I think s-
because I think he was.
I think it was before he went home to his dad.
Okay. Yeah.
Help me, Brucey one.
Yeah. He's like, I just help me, give me the strength of the Bruce Lee. Put it inside me.
Sure. Be like water.
And again, we're like, okay, ghost hand of Bruce Lee, pop
Yeah.
out and start strangling the guy and say, fucking shape up, asshole.
It keeps having those kind of moments.
Yeah, but
and then
it doesn't happen.
So yeah, he dismisses RJ after helping him move all the stuff in there. Like, starts to hang up some of the posters and whatnot, and
Mm-hmm.
and then all of a sudden, I guess he sits down to like starts reading some of the magazines and the training manuals he has.
Yeah, he curls up by candlelight.
And
to
he's just
start-
like, oh, like very obvious, like movie yawn, and we're
Yes.
like, oh, he's all tuckered out.
yeah, poor little guy.
Blue shadow.
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
yes, that is
traitor.
exactly what happens. But he falls asleep for half a second, and then all of a sudden, like 80s music video hits because door flies open and just blinding white light is there.
He's like, RJ?
Yeah,
Is that you?
And it's like, nope, it's guy who's supposed to be Bruce Lee.
Oh, you mean barely?
Yeah, like not even close.
No, it's not really.
It's just a guy. Because when he popped in, my comment was, "Who are you?"
There are better Bruce Lee lookalikes out there.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
He
Yeah.
actually was a stand-in for Bruce Lee from
Well,
time
from
to
the
time.
back, sure. I guess that's probably
The
accurate.
stand-in really just means you're the same height.
Yeah.
Basically, and about the same
I
build.
mean, it
Yeah.
could have been
Yeah.
like
but I mean,
15 years previous.
there was a whole industry of Bruce Lee knockoffs for
Yes.
a while. There's plenty of them out there. So
Yeah, hire one of
Bruce
the guys
Leroy.
that they finished the unfinished movies with. I mean, something, just...
But anyway, Bruce Lee is here.
Yes.
And this kicks off the entire second act of the film, which is basically a training montage.
with Ghost
Yeah.
Bruce Lee.
Yeah. Dubbed Ghost Bruce Lee, which I think adds to the
Dubstep Ghost Bruce
authenticity of the thing. So it's awkward because Jason is not dubbed. but fake Bruce Lee is dubbed.
Right.
So the natural sound of the movie keeps dropping off every time Bruce Lee has something to say.
Yes.
It gets a little weird.
No, the world got quiet when Bruce Lee spoke.
Well,
Do you not understand these things, Chuck?
I get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah.
really just long-ass training montage where it's basically just Bruce Lee beating the hell out of this kid.
Smacking him on the forehead a lot.
It's like, listen, pay attention. Do what I'm telling you.
At one point in time, he has a glass of water and he has a glass of Coke.
Mhm.
And he's like, the water here is your mind. And what I have to teach you is here in this.
Mhm.
And see what happens when I try to put it in here. It's too full, and it starts. Bruce Lee's making a mess.
Yeah.
That's how you get ants. Goes Bruce Lee.
Yeah, that's why that house is abandoned.
So-
Bruce Lee's always in there fucking shit up.
He dumps the glass of water. So apparently he didn't want him to be like water.
No, he
at
wanted him
all.
to be like Diet Coke.
Yeah, we want you to be like Diet Coke.
Yes. Put the NutraSweet in you. No retreat, no NutraSweet.
Yeah.
NutraSweet, Nutrarender.
Sure. Yeah. So he's just like, all right, you got to empty, free your mind, and the rest will follow.
Right.
All that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't go chasing the water that I made fall.
That has fallen.
Yeah.
But so he starts the training montage, and he sets up a whole bunch of like bags in the room, and he starts swinging them out randomly, and of course it's your standing training montage. So it lasts a really long time.
Yeah.
He's like,
It's the entire second act of
learn
the
how to
movie.
dodge bags, and so eventually he learns, and then he starts to teach him about, okay, if you kick at someone and they hold you, what do you do? And he shows him by flipping over backwards and kicking him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's how you get out of that.
Yeah.
Everything basically that's going to come into play in the final battle of the movie.
Yes.
He teaches him every single move.
The kicker of that is that
Okay.
at the time of this training montage, we have absolutely no idea what he's training for.
No. Just
He's
apparently to
training to
get
win.
back at the bullies.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Huh.
So
Yeah. Also, here's the other weird thing that happened. Like, a couple little scenes happen in the middle of this giant training montage.
Mm-hmm.
Dad is apparently working at this shitty redneck bar in Seattle
yes,
That-
the brig.
that Scott apparently frequents. Or at least we think it's Scott.
It's Scott. It has to be Scott. And what's weird about it is that up until that point, I at least thought Scott was a child, like a teenager, like a 17-year-old, like the rest of them.
Yeah?
But apparently, he's old enough to drink.
Sure. I don't know. I mean, but he also looks old enough to drink.
Yeah, in
'Cause
this scene.
suddenly is this scene he looks 5 to 10 years older.
Right.
It's bizarre, but like he's drunk and playing pool, and Dad's still gimpy from the broken leg thing,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "Bartender, get me another beer now!" And so he pours him a beer, sets it on the counter,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like, "No, I meant bring it here."
Yeah.
Now he's 2 steps away from the bar at the pool table,
Mm-hmm.
but he makes the bartender dad now walk the entire length of the bar around, gimping the entire time. And then, like, sets the beer down. And he's like, "What took you so long?" And just gets all up in his face and pours the beer on his head.
Yeah.
And I think, like, he start to come after him with a pool cue or something. And that's finally when Dad, like, grabs him and is like, "You're out of here."
Well, he's going to kick him, and he grabs him mid-leg swing and just throws him out the back door.
Right. And
It's
it's
like,
like, don't ever come back.
Don't ever come back here again. So I don't know why it took him that long. I mean, look, I understand the no fighting thing, but
Sure.
you are the worker at this place. That is a troubled customer. You get that son of a bitch out of your place
Yeah.
of business.
You can throw people out for just being drunk and
yeah,
disorderly.
you reserve the right.
Uh-huh.
It's allowed.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure pouring the beer would have been enough.
He
yeah.
pissed on hospitality.
He did.
And you don't piss on
You
hospitality.
do not.
No.
piss on hospitality.
No. But yeah, so that
That
happens.
scene happens, and a couple times, like, RJ has either come over or been watching through the window the invisible training routine that he's going
He
through.
comes close to the end when Jason has gotten a lot of
Yes.
knowledge and just sees him sparring with nothing.
right.
And he does.
Well, he sneaks in, like, and he's in the kitchen somewhere, at the door of the kitchen. Like,
Yeah.
he doesn't even know. Jason doesn't know he's behind him.
Yeah.
And Bruce Lee kicks the shit out of him and propels him into RJ and into the kitchen.
Right.
And he's just like, "What the hell, man?"
Man, what are you doing? And he's just like, oh, I want you to meet. Oh, I guess he's not here, really.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Let's go do some Mike Tyson punch outing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's just like so they hit,
he's going jogging and RJ's keeping time on the bike.
Yeah, so there's training scenes of him fighting not Bruce Lee, and then there's training scenes of the two of them hanging out in a park.
Yeah.
Doing
and then him
things.
doing push-ups in the park.
Yeah.
Which starts as normal push-ups and then becomes kind of shitty one-handed push-ups. And eventually by the end it's like 2 or 3 finger push-ups.
Yes, which were faked, by the way. He was on wires.
Probably.
Bullshit.
No surprise whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
But-
think that's easy to do, especially one-handed.
In these two montages, there are two moments that are kind of bizarre because there's one where he is balanced between two objects and he's just sort of groin thrusting, which whatever he's doing. And RJ sees this by popping up into the frame and going, "Hey, that looks like fun," and runs over and just jumps on him.
Yeah, and makes him collapse.
Yeah,
between
and
them.
they kind of have a tickle fight after that. I don't know. It's like, what are you guys doing? That's they're just rolling around like we're best friends, aren't we? And we might explore one day. I don't know, but
That reminds me because there's the other scene. Did they go to the dance yet, or is that later?
the dance is way later.
Well, I think it's at the dance, isn't it? Where Kelly, like one of the times she shows back up, is like just giggling with one of her friends,
Yes.
and they're like, "Oh, you remember when we did that?"
Yeah.
And it's just like that time we experimented with each other.
Yeah, it's like what?
Like, it's just they're having a little moment.
Yeah.
And, just the way this movie is, it's just like
You sort of have to fill in the blanks yourself.
You do.
It's like a Mad Lib. You really sort of have to put all the pieces in yourself. And then there's another moment where it starts on RJ eating an ice cream or fudgicle or ice cream sandwich or something.
Uh-huh.
And you just see him wearing headphones, bouncing up and down. And then the camera pulls out, and you see that it's Jason doing the
geez.
groin thrusting thing with RJ sitting in his lap as this is happening.
not really like
Side
sitting
saddling
on
his
his
lap.
junk.
Yeah, I was gonna say lap denotes from the knee.
Yeah, no,
to the groin. This is
sitting-
directly on the groin.
Sitting right on the junk.
Yeah.
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 So
That's embarrassing for anybody's resume.
Yeah. That's a
he didn't work much
interesting
after that.
teeter-totter ride there.
Yeah. But it all seems like he's got ice cream. They're having a good time. He's got some tunes.
Mm-hmm.
They're real good friends.
He's not going to fall off because
No. It's like the pegs on the feet of your G.I. Joe guys. They've got little on the play set. You just stand them on the peg.
yeah.
I'm retiring from this podcast forever.
Yeah.
So these things happen. And then like Bruce Lee, like they're doing some final training stuff, and then Bruce Lee is just like, "Well, you got this. I'm out."
Well, okay. The final training is like this is very painful, or this looks very painful for the actor because it's a variation on what he taught him about the "I grabbed your leg, haha,"
Yeah.
do the flip over and kick thing. But now he's got like a little noose he's set up in the middle of the room so that his leg is basically at a 90-degree angle from his other leg.
Right.
And he's like, "Okay, kick this bag that is pretty much up on the ceiling with the free leg."
Yeah.
And they make him do it like 3 or 4 times.
At least 3 times.
Where he kicks up and just falls backwards onto his back while the one leg is trapped in the middle of the air.
Because it's physics. It's not really going to happen. You can't really launch yourself that way.
Looks really painful
It
the way
does.
he falls.
Every
and then
time his
does it-
leg wrenches, it's like,
and it's not cuts either. It's just
No.
like he gets up and does it again.
Yeah. But he never acts like it hurt.
Oh.
Except his shoulder when he lands on it at one point. He's just like, ow.
But yeah, that's what
Well,
he
he
was.
also did that really awkward spin kick way early in the movie, trying to kick the bag and
Right.
completely whiffed.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Face.
that's what he's trying to teach him. And the final move is like he hoists the bag up even further, and he's just like, you got to empty your mind and just do it.
Yep.
And so he's like, all right, okay, empty mind, and what kicks the bag. He's like, I did it, and oh, where'd you go?
Yeah.
And he's like, bet later, bye. He doesn't say anything. He's
No.
just like, he's like,
Walks into the light.
yeah, just goes right into the light.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Gotta go.
Okay, bye. It's been real.
Yeah. So, yeah, that ends Act 2.
And this is where they go to the dance, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they go to the dance at this point, which is
Well, but the hard cut is like Ghost Bruce Lee has just gone into the light, disappeared. Hard cut to 2 people breakdancing. Just a hard cut, boom, like right in the middle of this dance.
no. What it cut after that? It's when Scott and his cronies have gone to beat up Jason's
Is
dad
it?
in
I
the
thought
park.
that was even after the
No,
dance.
because what
okay.
happens is they try to beat up Jason's dad in the parking lot, Jason shows up, and then they both are like, fuck this, it's fighting time. And they kick all their asses. And then Jason gets in the car with his dad, and it's like, let's go see what mom's making for supper. And then you see the car pull up at this club. And you're like, well,
Oh,
what?
yeah, that's right, because that's the
Yeah.
juxtaposition.
And it's like, wait, why are they going? Why, your mom's making dinner. What are you going stopping off at this place for? And that's when it's like, oh, this is a totally different day. This is
Yes.
like the worst cut you could possibly do. Transition
Yeah,
from
literally-
driving off to
literally
driving
say,
up.
Let's go see what mom's making for dinner to pulling up at club. Yes.
Right.
And then cut to inside a club, and it's like, and
It's
there's
mime breakdancing going on.
And all that's happening, and it's like there's there's the two black kids that are breakdancing. The rest of the entire club is white.
Yeah.
Now
They're just
out
like,
of
"Oh,
the
this
out
is
of the
neat."
car gets it's Jason, who's like wearing kind of a suit thing again.
Yeah.
And RJ, who's dressed like Michael Jackson.
Sure.
And
Why
they,
not?
And they go into the club, and then it's this whole convoluted thing, basically, where they want to get Kelly and Jason back together.
But they won't look at each other.
No, they won't look at each other.
Jason would rather talk to RJ.
Yeah. Well, of course he would.
They've shared a lot more.
They have. They've been through a lot together.
Yes. Some ups and downs. Yeah, so eventually they have this stupid plan to get the two of them to dance, and then as soon as they start dancing, it's like, oh, hey, I remember you, and then they just shove tongues down each other's throats.
Hell yeah, good job.
It's like, get in there.
By the way, she has aged well,
Yeah?
like a fine wine.
Like a foreign wine.
Well, good.
Oh, that's good for her.
So, yeah.
But yeah, they just make out for the rest of the dance, and everybody kind of watches awkwardly, and that's pretty much it. It's like, okay, we're together now.
Yeah, and then it's like
Then it's cut to like
karate tournament.
now they come see somewhere along the way. Like this was set up earlier, way back at the birthday party, where now the mobster guys have come to Seattle and they're trying to take Ian's dojo as well.
Yeah, because it's time.
But now it's on. They're like, we're gonna have a karate tournament, winner takes all.
Including your dojo.
Including your dojo. And so they've put up posters everywhere, all full contact karate exhibition here. It's happening. Winner takes all. Blah blah blah. Now, it basically just goes right to the tournament, I believe.
Yeah, it pretty much does.
And the idea is it's going to be three bouts. Each team has 3 participants.
Yeah, 3 dudes from New York.
Yeah. There's Ian, dude bro, assistant guy, and the black belt.
Yes, the black belt.
And then there's Arab guy, and then 2 other guys we've never seen before.
Right. And we're like, what is
Yeah.
this shit? Where is Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Yeah, because there's a couple other scenes where like they go to Muscle and talk to people, and Jean-Claude's not there too, and we're
Yeah.
like,
This
was
is
he
bullshit.
was he literally just there for that first scene? Like, is that what we were understanding here?
Yeah, it did seem like it.
Because
but-
they introduce all 3 fighters from New York, and it's like I said, it's the hairy dude and 2 other guys we've never seen before.
right.
And they're
An
like,
oily dude gets up on the mic and he's like, "We've seen the
Yeah.
competition. You guys are totally shitty. So how about we just bring out this monster?"
yeah, we got 1 guy instead of our 3.
Yeah.
And if any of you 3 beat him, or anyone else that has the balls to do, gets in here.
The whole crowd's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, he said balls, girl. How do we hate him?"
I didn't realize that set up the ending.
Yeah, it did. It totally did.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Jean-Claude comes out and he's just like, "The Russian guy," and everyone's like, "Oh, he's Russian. Boo."
Boo.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he pops in the ring and he's just like, all right, this one guy, let's go. And so they send up their guys one at a time. Like, Dude Bro goes first and gets kicked like one time,
Across the ring.
like kind of across the ring, and
Yeah.
then gets kicked out of the ring, like over the top rope.
Yeah.
And the
No,
ref,
he gets kicked in between the top 2 ropes.
did he? I thought
Yeah,
he
he
flew completely over.
Yeah. just
so
right
he's,
through
he's still
him.
legal, actually. He can come back in
Oh,
if he
okay,
wanted
he
to.
could've.
But no, the ref is like,
Yeah,
"Nope,
no,
it's over."
He's out.
Out of the ring, out of the...
Yeah, so Black Belt jumps in.
Out of
and
the world.
I'm pretty sure he gets killed.
He kind of does, but in between
Kind
rounds,
of.
before he fights Black
Oh,
Belt,
yes.
Jean-Claude does his
Black
splits
Belt.
on the middle ropes and just bounces there with
In
a
the
smirk
corner,
on his
like-
face, like, "Look at what I'm doing."
Yeah, and then he has a smarmy look.
Yeah.
And expected animated gif.
Smarmy
Yes,
split-
absolutely.
smarmy split face.
That's going to be happening. But yeah, then
That
Black
one may
Belt.
already exist, to be honest with you.
It has to. I probably is. But then Black Belt gets in the ring, and he is Apollo Creed. He
Black
gets in the
Squirt.
ring, and it is just murder time.
Yeah,
on that
because
guy.
like he takes one shot where he goes in the corner and like I think his head hits the turnbuckle or something like that, and he's kind of dazed and like should have like
Yeah.
got thrown in the towel there, but he's like he's like up on 9 and he's like
Yeah.
I guess I'm all right because I can't stop moving my head because my neck's broken.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like he gets Is he the one that gets twisted around?
No. He gets just knocked out, and the dudes get in the ring and just sort of haul him out.
Yeah, and he's not moving.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, I think pretty sure he's dead.
He's dead.
So yeah, Ian jumps in now.
Yeah, and he's like, I'm the karate champion. I will take care of this fucker. And
Yeah.
it's an okay fight. He's like...
He keeps it up. He gets a couple shots in.
Yeah. And
then eventually Jean-Claude somehow kicks him into the ropes, kind of pushes him over, and instead of pushing him over to the crowd, picks him up and twists him around the ropes so that he's literally tied into the
That
ropes.
is the best move that I have ever seen.
it's pretty sweet. But
I've watched a fair amount of wrestling.
yeah,
I've
you would
watched
like to
some
see that in
kickboxing.
wrestling. Usually it just happens with the arms.
Yeah.
They get tied up in the ropes.
Oh, this
but,
is midsection and arms.
but
It looked like some Rey Mysterio shit.
Yeah, it did.
Like, he would do that.
what sets this up is that the oily boss guy has just gotten up to
Oily
the ring
boss
apron
guy.
and is just like, kill him.
Yeah.
Kill him, Jean-Claude Van Damme. Kill him. And Jean-Claude's like, yeah, okay, I will kill him.
We should mention that not only is he Russian, his name is supposed to be Ivan Krachinsky.
Yeah.
the Russian.
Yeah, the Russian.
It's his title. His character.
But
The greasy guy had gotten up in between the black belt. Once black belt got killed,
he did say kill
he
him
said,
at that point. But,
Well, no, he said, "Okay, since we're kicking your ass, this is going to be all or nothing."
right, yeah, because we've already won our two matches.
We've already
so,
won.
Yeah, but we'll just keep going because
we'll do you a favor because
yeah.
we want to kill this guy.
But so Jean-Claude goes into murder mode, and what he does is he first throws that guy into the turnbuckle and then wraps the rope around his neck and just starts literally choking him to death. And that's when the ref comes over and is like, hey, stop. And Jean-Claude kicks him out of the ring.
Out of the ring.
So it should be a Donnybrook at this point, but everyone is still just calmly seated like, oh, this has gotten interesting. What a shocking turn.
I don't remember. Was it for Ian? I know Scott, the Francis guy, at some point got up and bit Jean-Claude in the leg.
That was when he was murdering Ian in the corner.
Okay, yeah. And then he gets kicked, and then we were like, yay,
yeah,
Jean-Claude's the hero.
right.
Hooray.
And that's when Ian gets tied up in the ropes, and Jean-Claude just starts beating the fuck out of him, and eventually he slides out of the ring, and for some reason there are people still officiating this because they're like, yay, it's over. But at this point, Jason and his dad and RJ have shown up late, and they're just standing there watching this, and they flash back to the opening of the movie like, oh, that's the guy who beat my ass and broke my dad's leg.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to have to go in there and take care of business. And because when Ian's getting murdered,
yeah, Kelly gets up.
She gets up on the ring and
grabs
she's like,
gets her
stop.
hair grabbed.
Yeah, and he's like, what? No.
Yeah. And the way he enters the ring is pretty fucking sweet. Because he runs up kind of half hits him / pushes her to safety.
Yeah.
And then just kind of comes over the rope and gets 2 kicks in as he's coming in.
Yeah.
It was a pretty fucking sweet move.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. And then it's like, okay.
Yeah. And basically he's gonna showcase every move he learned. There's one point where it turns and he starts getting his ass kicked a little bit, and then Ghost Bruce Lee pops up in his head and it's just like, remember how you're supposed to dodge and shit? And he's like, oh fuck, yeah, I'm not supposed to
dodge a
lose.
wrench, you can dodge a fist.
Yeah. So he starts winning again, and then Jean-Claude catches his leg, so of course he does the flippy move that he learned.
Yep.
That really dazes him, and
Yeah. And then Jean-Claude sort of goes out of the ring through the ropes, and then everyone just declares, it's over, even though there were no more rules at this point.
But he
did
had
the same thing.
He had turned the tables on
Yeah.
him and wrapped him up in the ropes.
Right.
Well, first he
Yeah.
started doing the the wooden man moves
Yeah.
that he learned because he was up close just fucking rocking his world.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically, he beats him, but even though this is no longer a tournament of any kind,
No.
this is just a brawl happening in the ring.
Yes.
But because Jean-Claude goes out of the ring,
And
everyone in
falls
the
down and passes
He
out.
Yeah.
loses. He loses to
I guess, but everyone in the building
Anyone.
just decides, okay, the horribleness is over. Hooray, let's all get in the ring and throw Jason up in the air like an idiot.
the bad guy got beaten.
Yeah.
They decided to do crowd surfing with Jason with 15 people.
Yeah.
And there were several times where he fell or came close to
They
falling.
just lost balance, and he was just like, hey, pick my head
Well,
up.
I've heard those rings like that are really fucking soft.
Yeah, they shouldn't have had that many people in.
Well, I've just heard. I mean, they're walking on a really soft mattress. That's especially wrestling ones. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
they make that sound, but that's on purpose. But I've heard they're
It's the
just
spring, it's not the-
incredibly
yeah.
soft. So I would imagine holding somebody up, they were probably
Right.
all losing their balance.
Yeah. And, basically they're just throwing him up in the air like an idiot, and
Yeah.
then the crane shot just pulls back, and then that's it.
Fade out. Yeah.
And then it's 20 seconds of credits, and it's like, get out.
Yup.
Movie's over. So, I guess, Seattle wins New York?
Yes.
Okay.
You weren't aware of that?
I
Trade.
forgot in 1986 when Seattle briefly owned New York.
Oh, no, they still do.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they still do.
Okay.
That's where they get all the
that's
taxes
good
for all the
for
cool
life.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you win something in a karate match, it's yours forever.
No, it's just the life of Jason. As soon as Jason passes on, then
Then the
New
rights
York
revert
yeah.
back to New York.
Oh, okay. So
no,
they
actually,
have
they
to-
go back to the original Indian
Oh, okay. Well, that's nice.
or Native
okay.
Americans. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
By that time, won't we be robot joxing out territorial disputes?
Probably.
again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason will never die. Until we have the robots.
They can live.
Yeah.
They can live.
Yeah, so that was we didn't even mention
It's
that
basically World War II rules. Like you can win and like England can take control for a certain period of time, but then it reverts back to the original owners.
got it.
Oh,
Yeah,
I get it.
okay,
Yeah.
like Hong Kong,
Yes.
and India, and
Uh-huh.
the
Yeah.
Falkland. Never mind.
Yeah. Almost.
Politics.
We didn't even mention the fact that they say the title of this movie 3 times, and
Is it just 3 times?
Yes.
Okay.
RJ says it to Jason 3 times in the movie. He says it like right away as soon as they become best buds. He says it at some point during the training bullshit, and at the very end when Jason's getting his ass kicked, he just sort of stands up in the crowd and is like, "Hey, Jason, no retreat, no surrender." And Jason's like, "Oh yeah,"
Oh,
and starts
I'm
winning
supposed to
again.
win.
So yeah.
Yeah.
But
So-
then the movie's over.
It is, and then we rate it.
Yeah, we do.
I will say that I found this movie really fun in its gleeful incompetence because this was an extremely incompetently made movie.
Yeah.
Mostly made by the fact that like there were just chunks of it missing. That you wonder if they even filmed it all, or if they were just so fucked up that they just trashed them, or maybe it was a running length thing. I don't know.
From what I read in the trivia section, the dude who was writing the script says he was rewriting it every single night.
Okay. Well,
So there were new pages every day.
new pages referencing old pages that
Yeah.
maybe never existed, or
Yeah.
they just forgot to film. 'Cause
Exactly.
The script girl was like, "I quit."
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think they had a script girl.
Well, I'm just whoever.
Kelly was the,
Sure.
script girl.
Kelly Kapowski, script girl.
But this is strangely hypnotic. This movie, and I can't explain why. Like, there's a lot about this movie that should be really bad and boring and annoying, but I think like their gleeful, weird '80s-ness almost saves this movie.
Everyone's in really good spirits about how bad of a mood they're all in.
I mean, I'm not saying like I don't know that like a lot of our movies. I'm not going to give this a super high rating because like I don't know that I'd necessarily want to watch this again. Maybe in like a few years when I've forgotten it, maybe it'd be like, yeah, I remember that movie being so gleefully bad that it's funny to show you. But
Yeah.
it's not like a 3, 4, or 5 jocks where it's like, oh my god, we got to watch this again and gospelize this.
Right.
So I think I got to give it 2 jocks. It's just it's fun enough that it rises above its incompetency.
Yeah. I will second that. I will also give it 2 jocks. I give it 8 jocks for the entire final sequence with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Which was
because
good.
When he shows up, it's like, oh shit, it's on.
Yeah.
And it's a pretty good fight sequence where monster karate guy is beating the hell out of dudes like he should be. And it's just raw Jean-Claude Van Damme. It's like he's not really restrained yet to make it look like he's fake punching. And then I give it another jocks for just the total bizarre everything that happens before it. Just a collective WTF of the entire thing, their weird bromance and just like some really terrible stereotypes going on that are just sort of gleefully presented and sort of embraced by this movie. It's charmingly bad is what most of it is.
The ice cream bar pelvic thrust thing. I don't say this in a bad way. I think that might be the gayest thing I've ever seen in film. And I've seen like full on. I haven't seen like gay porn, but I've seen like full on gay. I've seen Brokeback Mountain.
Okay.
I'm saying I've seen gay related movies.
Yeah.
And I think just the framing and everything, and the smile of eating that ice cream cone.
The way it's framed and the way it's revealed, it's like, oh,
Yeah, I think that might be what part of it too. Where it's like, no, okay.
not that there's anything wrong
no,
with
no,
that.
no,
I wish these two much love throughout the rest of their lives together. It's just odd to see. I
Yeah.
just wish the movie had just come out in a
I
minute.
mean, it's like it's the '80s short shorts and everything. It's just everything about it. It's just like that. That might be the gayest thing I've seen.
Yeah.
It's
just-
certainly different.
The thing about RJ that sort of bugged me, even though I liked how gleefully stupid his character was that he has this sort of like dinner theater acting style to him, where he's constantly like looking off in the air, like, "Oh, brother," like this exaggerated facts of life guest star kind of appearance.
Oh, I just realized you could kind of remake this movie, but cross it with the talented Mr. Ripley.
What?
Go with me on this.
I'm okay. Should go on.
So, obviously, Jason's the talented one, right? And
Yeah.
RJ is actually the secretly crazy Matt Damon character.
Mm-hmm.
See, and that's where you get the actual gay romance thing here
Okay.
going on.
Okay. Well,
And
let's make some notes.
You bring up Kelly's part a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Play down some of the other villains, and almost the internal trilogy.
Yeah. Oh, that perfect sense.
No Retreat, No Surrender 3.
There was
Bad
a three.
romance.
This has to be 4.
Bad romance.
BJ.
I am going to give this movie. What did you rate it?
Two across the
Two?
board here.
Okay. Yeah, that's the way I was feeling too. Is 2.
Mm-hmm.
Kicking 2, electric Tougaloo. This movie lost my attention. Middle of
the
the
entire
second
act, yeah.
Yeah.
Second act is dull.
Almost the entire Bruce Lee Ghost sack, which should be fucking awesome. Like
We kept waiting for it. We were
I
like,
should be-
Bruce Lee Ghost, show up, and then he does, and then we all took a nap.
yeah, it's just like okay, get to the
I hate to say it, but it would have been like funnier if it was more caricature of Bruce Lee
Yeah.
instead of like a poorly done
If it had
attempt
just
to.
filmed in a shadow or something, just so you don't see him, because as soon as it's just
or do
a
some
guy,
like cheap ghosty effect, you
Sure,
know?
yeah,
I'm
make it
saying if he
something.
was a little bit more Kentucky Fried Movie Bruce Lee, I'm just
yeah, I could see that.
need total concentration.
Yeah, it's something and more Jean-Claude Van Damme because
Obviously,
he worked pretty good as the silent ass kicker, mostly silent ass
Yeah.
kicker in this.
he did
And,
get some grunting in there at the end.
he needed to be at least in the background, just being menacing
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah,
Maybe he was afraid to
They
fly.
didn't know
or
what they
ride in
had there.
cars. Yeah, it's too early, but
All right.
2 jocks.
yeah.
Not a bad. I'm not going to watch it again ever, and I'm probably not going to tell anybody. Oh, you got to run out and see this. If somebody says, "Hey, what about No Retreat, No Surrender?" I'll be like, "Oh yeah, if you don't have anything better to watch, then sure."
Yeah.
But you do have something better to watch usually. So
Yeah. It was all right. It was an all right way to spend 90 minutes.
if you want to see Jean-Claude Van Damme kick ass, watch Bloodsport.
Kickboxer.
This is not a good vehicle.
40 other movies.
Right.
Kickboxer.
Yeah.
Time Cop.
Time Cop. All right. Let's take a break, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
I sent you a break image that you can put up during the break. Yeah.
Oh.
Take a look.
Is that via my email?
Yes. Just go ahead and you don't even have to look at it. You can just put it up.
Well, I have to get to it first. It is required that I. So I just put this right over Chuck's mug.
just put it up on the screen in place of everyone.
No, BJ, no.
Well, at least show it to Chuck.
No, you're a bad person.
I saw it.
I'm not putting that on the screen.
I kind of wish we could find one without the most recent thing. Hey, Paul Walker is still dead. That sucks.
We were probably going to address that.
that in a second.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's probably going to be addressed.
Yeah.
I really need a beverage for my mouth.
Your mouth. Put it in your mouth. This is the most exciting part of the show where they go and smoke, and I just sit here. Aren't you entertained by that? I guess I could tell you guys that if you care, there's going to be another video series in January. So get ready for that. I'm not committing to anything, but it looks like come January I will probably be doing another thing like the horror reviews, but they're not going to be horror movies. So it'll be something special. And I hope you all come check it out. Obviously, I don't know why I'm going to do it, but I just figured why not. So I'll have something up on my channel about it before that. So you'll get plenty of warning. And if I decide not to do it, I'll tell you that too. So yeah, that'll be a thing. Details pending. So. Meow. 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 Meow meow. Hi, kitty. Hello, kitty. Meow. Meow meow. Meow. Meow.
Run one. There we go. Cat for the internet. How'd you know?
Totally.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. Easy for me to say.
Not really.
No.
Gross. Who's got movies?
I don't have movies, but I do want to talk about a TV show briefly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's about a ladies' prison.
Watching Orange is the New Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's that? Slightly derisive.
No,
okay,
I just meant okay. That was not something I would have begged you to start watching. I mean, I know it's got good notice. I just would have never thought I've heard you say.
Why?
I watched Orange is the New Black.
Why?
I don't know.
Okay.
Just of the previous shows you've marathoned, it didn't sound like. Have you watched House of Cards?
Not yet.
You should watch House of Cards.
I don't get into political dramas too often.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just
Understandable.
it's just for some reason not my thing.
Okay.
They tend to be boring to me.
I understand.
None of that.
But ladies' prison.
I also understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's got Janeway in it. Coffee black.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, it
That
does.
is her.
It is her.
I did not realize that. Like, I knew I had seen her before, but
Yeah.
I did not know that. I didn't
Chuck
know
loves Voyager.
I do not like Voyager. Voyager's
He loves V'ger.
garbage.
It's not. Garbage is garbage. Voyager's pretty good.
Voyager's not good.
I said it's pretty good.
Voyager's the worst Star Trek show. That's right. Enterprise is better than Voyager.
The last season, yes.
All of Enterprise is better than all of Voyager. Except I didn't watch all of Voyager.
Well, there you go.
Yep.
Invalid comparison.
Yep.
Wait, so you're doing a January series?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Yep.
You're doing New Year's 30,
Nope.
31 days of 31
I'm doing
New Year's movies?
January Jones January.
Oh, no. Are
No, I'm not. No, that's not what I'm doing.
No,
I don't want to
Chuck.
be that bored.
Chuck, I will save you.
Don't worry, I'm not doing that. It has nothing to do with January Jones.
Musicals?
What? Why aren't
Has
you
nothing
doing
to do with me.
January Jones January?
She does a really good I'm frustrated and going to light a cigarette, though.
Go to your room.
Yeah.
Wait, what are you doing?
You going to put
Nothing.
that picture up?
I might.
You put a picture up?
I'm working on it.
Who are we gonna Skype with? Okay.
Oh, that is that noise.
What?
I don't want to take a picture. Just fine. Take that picture. Use that.
Ooh,
Picture.
I got a coin.
Oh my God. Hey, look at that person.
What the shit is going on?
Hey, buddy.
You don't get to see us. Sorry. Can you hear us? Hello. Hello, Clarice. No. Hold on.
Hey, this is like party chat.
Oh, let me turn. Hang on, I accidentally.
Hold on.
went back to
Audio
live
stuff
stream.
is not set right. Microphone isn't that thing. Speakers is also that. Why can you not hear us? Why can we not hear you?
Unmute your phone, caller.
Caller, Frank caller.
I don't know why we can't hear. That's on.
Yeah.
Be able to hear.
Uh-huh.
Can you hear? Can you hear us? Shake your head. Yes or no. Okay, we can't hear you for some reason. Do I have it? I might have it muted. That might be why. All right, now talk. Damn it! Damn it!
Hmm.
All right, apparently this was not meant to be or something because I can't make the audio go through.
Well, just let him.
We should have tested this.
Just let him participate. Just put him in the corner somewhere.
Just as
Put
miming.
him over his seat.
Just miming.
Yeah, he can
Okay.
just sit there.
I can probably do that.
What?
Oh, he can sign for us. That's
Oh, okay. So, first word sounds like Robin Williams. No. Is it a title of a movie?
Throbbing Millions.
cool. Hey, look, he's really large right now.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Easy.
Whoa.
Please don't put that up on the screen. We have viewers.
Not for long.
We'll put him in his general area.
Yeah.
Just keep him off of my head.
I'm trying. He's looking right at you like the Brady Bunch. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Just put him on the window. Where,
Oh, on the window. I was trying to put him on a seat. But if I
No.
put him
Yeah,
up
just
here.
put his
in
ghostly
the
image in.
ethereal window.
He just popped up in my. I'm watching.
Oh, yeah,
the
there
live
he is.
So
stream.
let's make it even more ghostly.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching the live stream, joining us live via no audio, it's Mackie.
Actually, I bet you can hear me now.
Oh, my God.
Oh!
There he is.
So it wasn't our fault.
No, it was mine.
Oh, okay.
Dude, this is the
I sound
future.
really laggy though.
You,
You
sound
sound very
okay.
loud.
Yeah, you're fine.
too, but-
Loud. But... How's it going, man?
It's going all right. Man, I can't even bother watching the live stream. I can tell you that much.
Why?
Just because it's like a full minute behind.
Oh,
So
yeah. That could be hard to keep up with.
I like that I like that I look like I'm wearing a fashionable necklace, even though it's just my headphones.
It's pretty
No,
dope.
it doesn't look
Yeah.
like a fashionable necklace. I promise.
Okay. You know,
It looks like headphones.
it's in a little tiny corner in my screen, so I can't really judge, man.
We put you in a little tiny corner too.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
puts Maggie.
Everybody puts Mackie in a little tiny corner.
That's many a corner have I been putting.
What's going on, man?
You know,
Yeah,
just living the dream here, man.
totally.
No, but
You
my
got
internet
notice?
is fixed at my house,
Woo!
so that's a plus.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, you can hear me and I can speak to you, and it's not all laggy and
No,
bullshit.
it's really not laggy, and the sound quality is way better than expected.
Yeah.
Are you using a computer or are you using your phone or something?
No, I'm using the blue snowball.
Nice.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you're using a computer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
Skyping
you
it.
never have to come back. You can just do the show from there.
I'll start doing the show from home too.
Oh, it's just all. Yeah, I'm not. I'm gonna do the show from
Yes,
somewhere else.
Let's make ourselves like every other movie podcast on the internet. That's
Okay.
a great idea.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I like it.
Yeah, we're not geographically hampered by anything. We just
Yeah.
want to be assholes.
Yeah. We all live 20 minutes apart, but screw that.
Right.
We would just rather not be in the same room with
No,
each other.
we'll all get together at a coffee shop, and we'll all Skype.
That
From
sounds
the coffee
Oh,
shop.
okay.
Oh,
Well, hey, the next time I'm stuck in traffic on the interstate,
You can just.
I
Skype
can just
in.
Skype from my phone.
Yeah.
You guys don't have to wait
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah, let me see if I can get in.
So
on
are
this
you
video
joining us
call.
for like time, or do you want to say your Paul Walker words and?
I don't care. I mean, man, it's like 11:30 already. What were you guys doing?
Uh,
You went to like China buffet or something?
We
didn't you?
did.
Panda.
No, we
Panda.
did not go to
Panda?
China. We went
Panda,
to
they
Panda.
didn't have any food, and we had to wait for it.
Yeah. They
I
had
got a
no food.
coupon though
Yeah.
because
Wait.
yeah.
Wait, Panda Express was out of food?
I know.
I've
Yeah,
never heard of that.
They were out of rice.
Yeah.
rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were,
Rice.
they were out of two kinds of rice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah,
Why do we go there? Why?
I don't know.
Explain to me
I
why we
wanted-
go there.
Samurai surf and turf.
Mm.
Yeah. Mm.
Yeah, I
So
got
you
it,
ate
but the teriyaki chicken that I wanted was 8 minutes behind everything.
And
Yeah. So I was.
He got a complimentary coupon.
Yeah.
did you demand a complimentary soft drink?
No, I did not. I had already bought my soft drink. I didn't realize until like I got to the checkout area that everything was completely and totally fucked.
Yeah.
Well, son, I don't know what to tell you there.
Yeah. Me either.
All right. Well, let's do things.
Okay.
All right.
Let's just say when you want to go if you need to go.
Okay.
Everything's still going, so clap it up there, Clappy. All right, and welcome back.
Hey, second half. And joining us is special guest Mackie.
How's it going?
Formerly of the BMFcast.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, by the way, you're fired.
Oh, I
Sorry,
guess
you
I
had
got
to-
a free night every week now. How about that?
Sorry you had to find out like this, but it was funnier.
It's always easier over Skype.
Right.
It is.
Yes, the best way, really.
We're also breaking up with you.
What? What? No.
Yeah.
No, you can't do this over Skype.
I'm sorry. I didn't trust you not to get physical.
Well, this just got weird.
Yeah, it got real weird. Let's move on.
Likewise.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Let's talk about second half things.
Okay.
Okay.
What are second half things that we want to talk about? Do we want to address the dead elephant in the room?
Jesus. Dude. Yes, well, all right. So, obviously, someone that we consider near and dear to the BMFcast family in terms of entertainment that he's brought to us over a series of movies and then some. Paul Walker is no longer with us,
Yeah.
thus putting into serious jeopardy the future of one of our favorite franchises, Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
And to the fact that I think they've already said that they're pretty much scrapping what they've done in the 7th movie.
They've
now.
totally shut
They-
it down.
They've shut it down. They haven't said what they're going to scrap or what they're going to keep, but
Yeah.
obviously, seriously, rewrites are going to be needed.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to make July. I know that.
No,
So-
no way.
And I mean, we're talking about that because that movie series is important to us. But I mean, by all accounts, everything that's been said about Paul Walker over the last few days, I mean, he was a legit good guy.
Yeah.
Like a good dude who did when he wasn't working was doing charitable work and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and was always he wasn't in like tabloidy kind of stuff. And there was no
you never
bad
heard
yeah.
anything about Paul Walker
Right.
because the media does not report generally good news.
Exactly.
So
But he was never in the press for just
and
being a dick.
He wasn't self-promotional about it either.
Yeah.
right.
You know, like when Sean Penn goes to Haiti, like he makes sure every single news outlet on the planet knows that Sean Penn is going to Haiti.
Mhm.
You know, whereas Paul Walker's just like, hey, yeah, I did that. Don't sweat it.
Yeah.
So
So, yeah, I mean,
crass jokes aside.
At this point, I mean, it's been talked to death. We just thought it bore mentioning for
Yeah.
us. I mean, as much as we've talked about the Fast and the Furious series, and obviously we did Tammy and the T-Rex.
Mm-hmm.
So
I would-
BMFcast own.
Yeah,
he never
BMFcast
did write
does.
us back on Twitter, sadly.
No,
No.
but it'll be forever in our hearts.
Yeah. We'll always remember his
That
Twitter.
was a strange moment when people were reporting that versus hoax. I mean, that was going back and forth for about 20 minutes where people were like, yeah, I don't think so. And then people were like, no. Because none of the big news outlets right
Yeah.
away were doing it.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, I think the one that was like, okay, yeah, this shit's real when it was someone posted from his Twitter account.
Right.
I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that's a bit much for hooks to also
Right.
hack a Twitter account.
Yeah.
Well, it was when it's TMZ that reports it because TMZ only confirms with one source and then
Right.
just runs it, whereas actual news outlets always have a second source to confirm with.
Sure.
Right.
Well, and
So,
then everybody,
when it's only TMZ reporting it, everyone goes,
Yeah.
probably didn't happen.
and everybody quotes TMZ, so you get like 900 articles within 40 seconds that say,
Yeah, eventually
Paul Walker
TMZ
dead.
becomes that second source.
Right.
Right.
And I mean, there really was no reason to believe it at the time. It was like, no, he's not. I mean, it's just one of those things where it's just like, why would a 40-year-old dude suddenly be dead? That doesn't make sense. It's bullshit. I'll wait until an actual news source says it.
Well, and the type of story is tailor-made to
Yeah.
that kind of like internet quote-unquote irony, which isn't really irony, but
Right.
everyone goes, "Oh, wouldn't that be crazy
Yeah,
if
a
he
lot of
died
sports
in a
have
car
it.
wreck?"
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I don't blame anybody for not believing it. I didn't want to believe it.
I still
So.
don't want.
Well, I mean,
I know.
I did a whole thing where it was like I saw someone emailed us, and I was like, and then someone immediately responded back that that's fake or whatever, an email or whatever.
It was on Twitter.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay, and I put my phone away
Yeah.
for like 20 minutes, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh shit, wait, that is real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was a good chunk of time there where like the news broke and it was like, oh, that sucks, and then everyone was immediately like, nope, hoax, and then everyone was sort of like, oh, okay, well, that's good, and then like ABC News and the big places were reporting, and it was just like, ah, damn,
Yeah,
it sucks,
I guess I'm a guy known for loving the Fast and Furious movies because I got probably 15 texts in the span of about 3 minutes once that story broke. Like my phone just went absolutely ballistic, and I'm like, you know what? Nobody wrote me this much on my birthday. What the hell?
Yeah, but no one writes you when it's good.
Yeah, I guess not. But
Yeah.
I just thought that was funny. Like that's probably the most activity my phone has ever seen is people telling me Paul Walker died.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just I wanted to watch Fast Five today and I just couldn't do it, and it's going to be weird, I think, watching those in that light now.
Especially Fast 6 comes out next Tuesday.
Yeah, I know. Well, they've already been running the commercials all
Yeah.
about how they're donating part of the proceeds to his relief fund,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah,
they didn't have to
absolutely.
do anything like that, but
No.
it's very cool they're doing it.
Yeah,
But-
it's. I mean, it sucks for us because that series had gotten to a point where it was just like these things are gold. Like every time that one of these comes out, man, they are speaking our language. They have gotten their shit together and made it not bro fights and made it this just crazy over the top of everything we love. And now I have a feeling that no matter how they handle it, if they go ahead with 7, it's going to be awkward. Like if they just decide, well, we'll just kill off his character, and that'll be additional motivation to hate Jason Statham's character because they just offed his character off screen or whatever. It's still going to be awkward, It's going to be hard to go into that movie and just be like fist pumping, hell yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
So
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you handle that.
yeah. And I mean, I
Yeah,
feel
and-
bad for all of the. Apparently they were sort of like the Lethal Weapon cast, where it was just like they felt like a family, and you just keep reading stories and seeing pictures of them like visiting the site and talking about it, and it's just like, it just sucks. It's just every time someone goes, it's just like, oh god, now Vin Diesel's upset. I don't want to see Vin Diesel upset.
Oh.
That man's not supposed to break.
Yeah, Tyrese was pretty broken up about
Yeah,
it. Which is,
that was
really sad to see.
That was rough. So, I mean, it just sucks all around. But
Yeah.
he will forever be BMFcast's own Paul Walker.
Yeah, and we thought about doing a movie this week. I don't know. It just didn't really pan out.
Yeah, we tried a couple, and it was just like,
Honestly,
It wasn't meant to be.
Well, there was a couple. There
we
was
weren't meant
there
to
was
make
one
fun
that
of
had been on
So
Amazon.
many involved cars.
Well, with that and like I mean, there's the one we were thinking about watching called Bobby Z, which the full title is like the death and life of Bobby Z, which are like, okay, that's awkward too.
Yeah.
And then like apparently they pulled it off of streaming services like recently because that had been on Amazon or that had been on my Netflix list for a really long time as something to watch, and it had been on Amazon Instant, and it's gone off of both of them now.
yeah,
So I don't know if they're planning on releasing it on DVD to cash in whoever put that out.
I think it was just unfortunate timing. I think
Yeah.
a lot of that stuff just wound up getting pulled
Who
because like
knows?
none of the Fast and Furious movies are anywhere. Vehicle 19 isn't anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just like anything you would want
That,
to
I mean,
watch.
I'm just saying that's one that was some low budget like it was basically shelved, and some other company picked it up for
Yeah.
distribution.
Yeah.
So it had been on the streaming service for forever, and I was
Mhm.
like, that looked awesome. It had Paul Walker, Lawrence Fishburne, Olivia Wilde, I think a couple other people in it or something like that, and it
Yeah.
was like, I want to see it, but it's gone now.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. So-
let's move on.
okay.
Let's cover something else.
Yeah. Let's talk
Are
about.
you sticking around, Mackie, or you got to go? Did you just want to come in for that? Or?
I think I'll go just because Skype is probably not sounding so hot, and I don't want to mess up everyone's flow.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, it sounds.
But
It's
we
actually
had some good emails. Enjoy reading them,
I
Okay.
will.
and
Thanks for stopping by.
yeah, maybe I'll check in with you guys next week if you let me, but we'll see.
Our Skype is always open.
Yeah,
Oh.
you will have to reapply. We cannot guarantee your job
Yes.
at the pay rate you
Yeah.
were.
Just remember,
accustomed to.
service guarantees citizenship.
And also 3 unexplained absences, and you're out.
Yeah.
So
Well, he's already fired, so
okay.
yeah, I fired him and
Okay.
broke up with him.
All right.
We're going to send you to see the Colonel Principal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
bring
no.
in a note. I'll let you back in.
Yeah.
You're gonna make me turn in my badge and my gun, aren't you?
Oh
No,
yes,
No.
you did it to me. I'm doing it to you.
You did it to yourself.
That's why it really hurts.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Right.
Well, have fun. I'll
Yeah.
see you later.
Alrighty,
Toodles, Mackie.
bye.
Bye.
I just like to pretend we're like living in the future where I can tap things and they go away.
All right.
Did you actually time it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Special effects, everybody. It's the future.
Whew, glad he's gone. Jesus,
God, what a killjoy. God damn it.
man, I hate that guy. I had to get
Anywho,
rid of him for like 2.5 years.
So, who watched other movies?
I've been on the only movie I watched is I rewatched Dread. It's still great. I don't have anything to add.
All right.
Techie wise, I watched it. That's the first Blu-ray I decided to watch on the PS4.
Mhm.
I just want to say, holy crap, that movie's already in DTS HD 7.1.
Yeah.
The processing on that is vastly improved over old Blu-ray players, like the PS3 is what I was using, because that movie sounds fucking phenomenal. I read something online. It was like, dude, if you have a DTS 7.1 movie and the capability to play it, check these new consoles out because they've upped the game.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
still a great movie. I don't have any new thing to add to it. Just on the tech side, it was pretty awesome.
I hooked up a new Blu-ray player because I was moving stuff around, and now they're like DVD players in my house. I have like 4 of them. They're not special anymore. But I was hooking up a standalone one, and I was just like, I want to see how this thing upconverts DVDs, and I just went to grab something off the shelf, and I grabbed Top Secret. And I realized I watched about 30 seconds of Top Secret, and then I was like, I'm just going to watch Top Secret because this
Yeah.
movie's great. And it's kind of the underrated, it is the underrated Zucker movie that came out between, Airplane and The Naked Gun. But I always forget how strong so many of the jokes are in that movie and how ridiculously fast they keep coming. And I'm still sometimes picking up a joke that I never noticed before. Like at the very beginning, German soldier rolls up on the headquarters with his motorcycle and pulls up to a post and then
ties it up
like a horse. And I guess
And that pays off again later though because he comes
He
running
goes,
outside and he goes, yeah.
yeah. So
chases the
yeah,
motorcycle
I mean,
away.
I'm sure I noticed that before,
yeah.
but it never hit me as hard as it did that when I saw it, and I was just like, God, that's just why are movies not like this anymore? Where it's just like they don't care about how goofy a joke is; they will just go for it. And there's so many jokes in that movie where it's just like they obviously just didn't care. They were just like, there will be a joke here.
Yeah. I that might be my favorite one.
Yeah.
I think I've seen it more times than I've seen Airplane and Top Secret.
Yeah.
and even that and Kentucky Fried Movie are the Zaz movies I've seen more of the times than not.
It's
Believe it or
just
not.
that era of jokes is just the best. It's just the best. I mean, they hit the German checkpoint on the train, and then the train starts moving, but you realize the train isn't moving at all. The station is on a cart that's being driven away.
And then the guy
It's-
runs to grab it.
Yeah, it's just...
Oh no, that's the tree. That's the random tree.
No, another dude.
Yeah. Oh,
they do the
okay.
joke twice because late guy runs and jumps on the station, and then a guy jumps on the train. And then for that movie to have a PG rating and have the anal intruder in it.
Well, that and like when she meets back up with what's his face and she's got the tape measure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just like.
Well, she's like measuring his biceps and then she
she goes down.
drops down off
Yeah.
the camera and then pulls up.
There are some jokes in there where it's just like, wow.
Yeah.
So.
Whenever something's poorly made, I always say it was put together with tree sap and snot.
Snot. Yes. Snot.
Tree sap and snot. Yeah.
It's a great movie.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the only other thing I watched the Doctor Who 50th anniversary thing, which apparently I can't say a goddamn thing about.
Why?
I mean, well, I'm just like everything about that would be spoilery, I think.
Okay.
The only thing I could say that's a generalization is, I said it to Chuck the other day. It's a really good thing that the timing of this happened, so that the 50th anniversary happened right when Matt Smith's about to exit, because having him and David Tennant together just showed how fucking strong David Tennant was as Doctor Who, and how much I missed him.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just
Gotcha.
like having them together. I was like, I never disliked
So
Matt Smith.
You prefer Tennant to Smith?
Oh yeah, I mean Tennant's
Okay.
the king.
Okay.
I mean, there's things he does in this one. It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
you're the fucking king.
Yeah.
I really like Tennant, and I also really like Eccleston.
Yeah.
There's a I guess it's really a characteristic of the Doctor, but I like the way that Eccleston plays the childish versus the darkness, and I think he's just so good at. His face is built for that mean. Like, I'm going to end you and everything you are and everything you believe in and everyone you've ever known.
Yeah.
Like, he does that face really, really well. It's just tailor-made for his face shape.
I wish
But-
he wasn't so weird about it. I wish
Yeah.
he... I don't know. I still don't understand what his deal is. He obviously has a reason that he won't say, because he's been so fucking vague about it the entire time.
I think there must have been some sort of, like, really embarrassing disagreement or something, and he knows that if he says anything about it, it will besmirch the show, and he doesn't want to do it. Or that's just my guess, but that's kind of what it seems like.
He has always alluded to the fact that there was something about the production of the show that rubbed him the wrong way. He was against the way people were being treated somehow. That's the only public statement he's ever made about it, and he was even vague when he said that. So I don't know. I also think he's one of those guys who doesn't like to get trapped in a thing, but it's not like he's been taking better roles. I mean, fucking G.I. Joe, which he was hardly recognizable in.
No, he was himself for most of the movie.
For most of the movie,
Yeah.
but that's not better in my eyes than playing the Doctor. And then in Thor, he's not recognizable.
I didn't even know it was him
Yeah,
until
I mean,
like
it's-
there was like one scene, and
Yeah.
then people were like, "Hey, what did you think of him?" And I was like, "That was him." Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm sure
he
he's-
had better roles early on. I mean, like,
Yeah.
I mean, Shallow Grave, if you've never seen it, is
Mhm.
fucking phenomenal.
Yep.
And you should.
Absolutely. So it was. I was cautiously optimistic about that special and came away from it pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Apparently, a lot of people are angry at it, but that's because a lot of people are nerds. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. The worst thing about Doctor Who is Doctor Who fans.
That's everything, though. I mean,
well,
just fans ruin
to an nth degree with Doctor Who.
Well, yeah.
Because I mean, because you have Star Trek fans are bad too, or can be bad too, as a generalization. Anything that goes on that long, you will have people that are far too nitpicky.
There's too much
Yeah.
detail, and if someone
Anything
comes
with
along,
a significant fan base.
yeah,
Well, I'm just saying, like, you can get too nitpicky when you have that much to also compare it to. Like 50 years of on and off. Yeah, sure. But
Well, I
Doctor Who is like, well, back in season 2 of and the thing that proved
Yeah.
that this couldn't happen. It's shut up.
In that case, yeah. But like even hardcore Firefly fans are just fucking
I don't understand how that could even be. There's only like 4 hours of Fireflies.
What, 14 episodes, I think?
Yeah, if you count the two-parter.
I mean, what is there to get conflicted about? It's not
Well,
like there's
not
20
just-
years of Stargate.
Not just
See,
conflicted. I
I
mean
feel that's worse. Like when you have something that's just gone on that long.
Yeah.
It's like,
I just mean that they're insufferable in their fandom.
Well,
they're obnoxious.
yeah.
I don't find that. I haven't encountered that, and I'm sure it exists. I mean, every fan has a bad fan.
I mean,
Anybody who could consider themselves part of a fandom,
Yeah.
who is willing to admit that is just
Oh, come
they're
on
just
now.
I wouldn't go
No,
that
no,
far.
no, no,
I will
no.
admit to be part of the Doctor Who fandom, but I have gotten to a point where I'm just like, details, schmeetails. I don't
Yeah,
care.
exactly.
Just tell me your story, and if it conflicts with something that happened in 1964, I don't care.
Fair enough.
I don't care. You know what? Because the show has been written by 9,000 different people,
Yep.
and some of them haven't watched the last 9 million hours of Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Maybe just one or two of them.
Anyway,
Yeah.
side tangent there.
Yeah, Doctor Who.
Please tell us, what did you watch, BJ?
I have been watching the Netflix original series, Orange is the New Black.
From Jinji Cohen.
Yes. I didn't actually know that it was Genji Cohen's work until the opening credits. I just was getting ready to go to bed one night, and I'm like,
Something.
let me open up an episode of this and see if it's interesting, and maybe I'll watch more. And I watched like 4 episodes that night. I was like, oh, Genji Cohen. I know that name. Why do I know that name? And then I noticed the kind of hip, slightly quirky music. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
was that the Weeds guy? Yeah, that was the Weeds guy.
Lady.
Lady?
Yeah, it's a lady.
Weeds person. I don't know.
Gender free.
Sorry. Yeah, the Weeds from the creator of Weeds or
Right.
producer, whatever.
I know. Well, Jinji, could go anyways.
Genji, Benji,
Yeah,
that's
I
kind of
know.
where my head was.
Fair enough.
But this is a really fucking good show.
That's what I hear.
Taylor Schilling, I don't know what I might know her from, but she.
Oh, I've seen that. She's out like always selling Coke and stuff on. Shit. Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
She's shilling.
Okay, that was a
Yeah,
man. That was a stretch. Good joke once we got there,
Yeah.
but I don't know what I would know her from other than this. She looks kind of familiar, but she's pretty fucking good in it. She's a talented actress. Laura Prepon, Hot Donna from that '70s show.
Who apparently isn't going to be on it anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Just it's like I'm done.
Maybe she felt she explored the character as much as she could. I don't know, but I'm really pretty impressed with all of the cast. I haven't really found a weak spot in the cast yet. There's one guy, Michael Harney, who plays this counselor, who is just surprising. He's one of those guys. He was actually in Turbulence.
Hey, all right.
So he's sort of the BMFcast's own Michael Harney now. But he plays the counselor, and if you're not familiar with the show, it's a women's prison. This sort of yuppie-ish suburbanite gets sent to women's prison and has to deal with all those things.
Sure.
But he's the counselor, and he plays when he gets intense, he gets really fucking intense, and kind of actually scary. But he's really really good.
Is it a half-hour show?
No, it is a full fucking hour.
Okay.
Which,
So it's like a cable drama.
yeah.
Okay.
But it's an entire hour, which is something I'm not used to watching on Netflix. Like hour shows are 46 minutes,
Yeah.
I think, or 44. I'm not sure. But
these are solid hours because no
yeah,
commercials. Yeah,
these are an entire hour, and it kind of throws my timing off for watching episodes. Like, I can watch 2 episodes. That's an hour and a half. And, no, this is gonna be a full hour.
2
for
hours.
full 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and kind of messes with my timing, but it's kind of refreshing too. Like now that I'm used to it, I know I can block out an entire hour, and it doesn't have that weird thing like you go to watch a Parks and Recs episode or something, and it's 23 minutes.
Right.
And anyhow, Captain Janeway is also in it.
Kate Mulgrew.
Kate Mulgrew, yeah, she plays a Russian, and she's all sorts of made up. She doesn't look like Janeway for sure, and she doesn't talk anything near like Janeway talked.
Aw.
Yeah, you hate her. Shut up.
That lady's delightful.
She is.
I've seen her talk.
And-
She's delightful.
And she's pretty awesome. Like I said, I don't think there's a weak spot in the show yet. I'm probably 8-9 episodes in,
Damn.
and I'm looking forward to next season. As soon as I finish this season, I will be looking forward to next season. So
Sounds like a recommendation.
It is.
All right.
It's a strong recommendation.
Excellent.
So
Cool.
I want to see it
Right.
more. Like it. Good thing.
Emails? Do we have some?
We do have some emails, and I will read them for you if we are done with the us talking about things we've watched
I
segment
think
of the
so,
show.
yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Go.
Ready?
Sure, it is.
All right. Our first email is from Pete. Pete says, "Hail, BMFcast. This is Pete from the sleepy west of the woody east again. Just have a little anecdote that should warm your hearts. This Thanksgiving, my girlfriend and I were bustling around the kitchen, cooking various things. She's the better cook, I'm the better baker, so the turkey and pie are mine, and most of the sides are hers. While doing this, we decided that we would alternate listening choices for the stereo. My turn came on, and I put on 3 The Hard Way episode of the BMFcast. What with moving things from pantry to kitchen and getting things from the car, she missed the actual naming of the movie. While listening to the description of the movie, she turns to me and says, 'Is this about 3 The Hard Way?' Her sister, who lives with us, then chimes in with, 'I own that in a collection, you know.' Whereupon I say, 'We're pausing this and rewatching the movie,' which we did. Halfway through the movie, my girlfriend turns to me and says, 'New tradition? Thanksploitation?' Yes, I'm marrying her. Splash and churn, Pete out, sent from my quill pen. And he made sure to write it in a font that looks not unlike pens.
Like script. He used script.
It's not
fancy
quite script, but it
Okay.
looks more like just lettering.
Fancy.
Calligraphy.
So, thanksploitation.
Yeah.
Any takers?
He took it.
Yeah, I mean, we already have a whole month. I'm already ready for more.
Thanksploitation is not a bad idea.
No, it's not.
Or maybe we should just watch
I
3 The Hard Way.
recorded some Pam Grier movie on HD. I don't remember which one it was.
Okay, great.
I'm prepping. I'm setting things aside.
Here's the good news that Mackie and I discovered today.
There are a million blaxploitation movies.
Well, there is that. But if we wait and post an episode on the 1st of February, which is a Saturday, we can watch 5 blaxploitation movies.
What?
Yep.
We can cheat.
No, it's not cheating.
It's kind of cheating.
Nah. I think it's maximizing our possible entertainment value.
Yes.
It's cheating the good way.
Okay.
Cheat the hard way.
Cheating the Good Way is one of the blaxploitation movies
Oh, good.
we're going to watch.
Good. I've been meaning to watch that one. All right, ready for our next email?
Sure.
This
Hit
is
it.
movie suggestions from Clint. Hey guys, love the podcast. I have some movies from when I was a kid that I remember loving. These all kind of fit in the horror genre, and some I have not seen since I was a kid, so not sure how they hold up. First is Munchies, kind of a Gremlins Critters knockoff. I remember them loving smoking, drinking, and girls. 2 others are Ghoulies 2 and Return of the Living Dead 2. Both kind of silly but enjoyable. Thanks, guys. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Clint O'Hare. Sent from Clint's iPhone.
You got to step up your game on your signature.
Yeah.
I've never seen Return of the Living Dead 2. I've only ever seen the first one.
Then you've seen Return of the Living Dead too.
Oh, okay.
At one point, they actually say this actually just happened to us because like it's the same characters from the first one who died
Oh,
in the second one
okay.
as different characters,
Oh,
and they're
alright.
like, "This has happened before, hasn't it?"
Including Boob Mold? She back?
No, I do not think she's back. The male leads are back.
Oh, okay.
So, boob mold.
Linnea, Boot Mold, Quigley.
Yeah, Munchies is not what you want it to be. Ghoulies 2 is exactly what you expect it to be.
More Ghoulies.
Yeah,
Ghoulie, Ghoulie, Ghoulie.
yeah. We saw a trailer for that a couple weeks ago. They were on a roller
We did.
coaster and they were just
Was that
circus.
Ghoulies
Oh,
too?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to see that.
Yeah,
Electric Ghoulie.
Ghoulie you.
Yeah, a little bit of a spoiler. And sometimes when we're prepping to watch the movie, I have a loop of trailers that plays before the movies. So
It's
that
not
we,
really a loop. It's
Well, I mean,
like,
I have a collection and
it's a
it
long
plays.
chain of trailers.
Yeah, it plays
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 random whatever movies. Sometimes there's a couple good ones in there.
Yeah, we go for the whole theatrical experience here at the
We do.
Bandcast.
We even have a nasty concession stand.
Oh yeah,
It's the worst. The popcorn is sticky when it comes out of the
green
thing.
meat.
That's not popcorn.
Oh,
All right, last email titled "Sudden Death" from Drew. Hey guys, it's Drew from Pittsburgh. Not sure if it'll affect your decision one way or the other, but I felt my duty to point out that I'm an extra in Sudden Death.
ooh,
Howard Baldwin, who produced the movie, and I'm pretty sure Hoosiers as well, was the owner of the Pittsburgh Penguins at the time. So they filmed the movie at the Igloo Civic Arena during the 1994-95 lockout and asked the local fans to be extras, hence my presence. 15-year-old me is in it for a split second towards the climax of the movie. Anyway, keep on trucking. Drew from Pittsburgh. Sent from my robot Daggett.
you could have told us where to look
Towards
near
the
the
end.
end of the movie.
We-
Look for a
we-
15-year-old Drew.
Yeah,
Okay.
look for
Oh,
15-year-old
that's
Drew.
Good point.
God. Obviously.
Yeah, sorry,
It's Robot Daggett.
I was
is what you
overthinking.
said?
Robot Daggett.
Okay.
Yeah.
Robot Daggett.
I was just that one clicked finally.
Yeah. Jesus.
Daggett. What am I missing about that? Robot Daggett.
We'll explain later.
Okay. All right. And that's all the emails that we have. Do you
right.
have any voicemailies?
Negative. I looked.
Why not?
Negative.
I don't know. Maybe because people didn't know how to get in contact with us.
We should tell them.
Oh, it's really easy. So do it. BMF at BMFcast.com. Yes.
That's not how you call us.
No, that's how you get in touch with us.
Okay.
I'm going over those things.
I gotcha.
Check the website. There's a group of buttons on the right-hand side. Those are other means to contact us, social stuff, including the YouTube page, BMFcast, youtube.com/BMFcast. Also, if you want to give us a ring and give us something to do after we read emails, call the Garfield phone, 910-5JOCKS-BMF, 910-556-9263. And that's it.
I like the musical version of the Garfield phone number.
I'm working on a whole BMFcast the musical.
I can't wait.
Right. Well, let's get out of here, shall we?
Sure.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm Harlow.
I'm Josh Mackey. I'm BJ.
And I'm Chuck.
And this is BMFcast out.
Ta.
Ta.
Duh.
Intro time.
Oh, shit, yeah, we have to do
God,
that.
Help.
Ha ha.
Hey guys on the live stream, stick around. You get to record the intro. Go.
That's me quitting Skype.
That's pretty neat.
A Daggett was a thing on the original Battlestar Galactica.
Okay.
A pet animal thing.
Okay. People actually fight over calling him the Doctor versus Doctor Who.
Yep.
Oh, what? No.
Really? That's a thing?
Yep. People that's like no one can actually seriously call him Doctor Who. It's
See, that's the attitude that people fight against.
no.
Which side are you on?
I don't care.
Okay. I would say that logically, since he says, I'm the Doctor,
Uh-huh.
what are you called? The Doctor.
Right. Then that
He
leads
tells
to
us what
someone
his
saying Doctor Who.
Right.
And then,
Doctor Who is the joke.
And then someone looks at the camera and goes, mwah, mwah.
Yeah, but I'm saying this.
DreamWorks
You don't
face.
call. Never mind. Whatever.
Yeah, no, you're
You're right, but yeah.
You're right. There shouldn't be an argument, but I can see where people.
I mean, that's just
The
sounds like
show
something
is
that
called-
somebody would know that never watches it.
Exactly.
Like we do. It's like, well, obviously his name is Action Jackson because
Right.
It's not his, that's his proper name.
Action
Yeah.
Jackson.
No, it's it's Jackson.
Yeah. Well, his proper name actually is Action.
No, it was what? It was Jackson something or something Jackson.
Yep.
Damn it, my brain's gone.
They called him Action Jackson.
They called him that, but that was a nickname. It's not.
That's his name enough. Like Doctor Who is not
Oh
his
my god, you
nickname.
nerds! BMFcast nerds!
I can argue anything. Ask my girlfriend.
I just wanted to punchline your joke. That's my girlfriend. No, I was trying to cue that up, and because it's what is media player. It means play that right the fuck now.
Oh yeah, if you open it, it's getting played.
Yeah.
This week on the BMFcast, Ninja Please.
There were no ninjas in this.
No ninjas.
Exactly. I'm pleading for ninjas.
Please put ninjas in.
I actually have to open up a document so I can write stuff out.
Sweep the leg, John.
You really like that joke, don't you?
Do. It's funny.
Where the fuck? Just notepad. Just notepad. Notepad. Nope. Just notepad there. I'll go on the soundboard. Just notepad. This week on the BMF cast.
Sweep the leg, Johnny, I think is our...
Well, it needs more than that. I mean, just to fit the thing.
First we suffer, then we suffer some more. Come ride the Jason.
No, absolutely not.
If you want to ride on the power thrust roller coaster, it's going to be tough to call which one of us is in good humor. The ice cream thing.
Wow.
I don't know. My brain's gone.
Sweet Home Podcast.
I want to be in the podcast. Put me on the internet.
I say just keep it short and say sweep the leg, Johnny.
Yeah, we were supposed to cultivate jokes when we were talking about it, and I don't.
Yeah,
we
nothing really came to. Sometimes two Jocks movies seem to be difficult to come up with jokes for.
Jokes. Jokes.
I got your jokes ready.
Everything about that movie that's funny is just like, damn. It's like
Yeah.
little quick things. Like,
Mm-hmm.
not a kid.
Not a child, Dad.
Child dad, leave me alone.
You're not my real dad, Chip.
I just sweet the leg.
All right.
All right, let's do it.
Fucking A.
This week on the BMFcast, sweep the leg, Johnny. One Claude, we're dead.
All right, welcome to the Vemcast.
Hey, Memcast, episode Googleplex. We've been here since 1920 billion.
Hey, it's a motherfucking movie podcast.
Hey, fracking.
Hey, where's Maggie?
Super
I'm Maggie.
curve.
I'm Josh Maggie.
I'm Josh.
That's not gonna stay there
Maggie.
because I'm taking it with me.
Game, game,
Josh
Maggie.
Maggie. All right, everyone, we're gonna close the stream because we like to end with the intro.
Woo, goodbye. Goodbye. Yellow Brick Road.
Goodbye, podcast road. No, I never knew that I could stream before.
Oh, God, I hope you turned it off.
Nope. I'm trying to figure out how the hell you in this. Stop broadcast.